Space. Like this franchise is so wide. Space. Like this franchise is so wide. Space. Like this franchise is so wide.
my tag team partners for today. Fresh.
Your boy Fresh.
And Dom.
Right here.
Brother, what we doing today?
Listen, man, a lot's going on in the news, especially with Kanye West, man. You guys see the viral interview with Academics? That shit's been going crazy.
It's nuts.
And I'm not going to hold you, bro. That was insane. You saw literally a image of what was on the screen. We can't show it on screen now, though, but...
I like being monetized.
Yeah. No.
So I actually like being monetized. But I will say this. Kanye West is a snake getting attention in a snake year. This is common. This is what I told people would happen. I mean, did you see Robert Downey Jr.'s back in the spotlight?
Yeah.
Both you guys see that?
Yep.
Why? Why is he back in the
Snake.
spotlight?
I would assume snake.
Because he's born 1965, the year of the snake, and this is 2025, the year of the snake. So he's supposed to play what character now?
Dr. Doom.
So again, we have a snake, and by the way, his character, Iron Man, which he played, was killed in 2019, the year of the pig. So
crazy.
what do we have here? Listen to this. What do we have here? We have someone who was a snake who died on screen in 2019, his enemy year, and was reborn.
Audio's good, bro?
And was reborn in the next snake year. By the way, you guys remember someone called Darth Vader? That character came out in 1977, the year of the snake, and it died in 1983, the year of the pig. Like how that works?
Give me this mic.
What? This mic ain't working?
I think this one's...
No.
This mic's not working?
I got all these. I got all the
We good?
Perfect.
Look, there we go.
There we
Why
go.
we change mics?
No, this is way better.
All right.
Whatever. And I'm in the flow, bro. I know the flow, man.
They gotta hear you, bro. They gotta hear you,
God
bro.
damn. So no one heard what I had to say?
Yeah, we heard it.
Okay, I was
just
about
heard
to
it's just-
say, man.
No, see, your mic was off earlier, but it's good now.
Oh, it
Okay,
was all
okay. Listen, man. I'm an old man. I'm not gonna rehearse that. I don't do the same dance twice, man. So I will say this, man. I was just gonna break it down. Snake, pig, enemy signs. We'll get to that. But brother, if they want to call in, if they want a super chat, or if they want a voiceover, what do they do, brother?
Guys, this is pretty simple. If you want to get a reading from Gary directly with text, $98. If you want to actually get TTS, you can do that for $125 at freshstart.tv. But if you want to call into the show directly, talk to him and us as well, you can do it by donating on his actual channel for $200, sorry, $198, and as well, put the last four of your phone number there on the super chat. So again, for actual readings on text only, super chat $98. For TTS, which is text to speech, you can do $125, or you can do super chats for $198 on actual YouTube as well. With the last four of your phone number there in the super chat.
Let's go to some super chats. And by the way, I want to say this. Before we even got in here, someone told me, yo, we already have a super chat in there.
Yes.
I want to just say thank you, because I have a huge ego, and you helped make it bigger today. So much appreciated. Let's go, man. Someone read it off.
And her name is Jess.
What's up, Jess?
Shout out to Jess. Single mom with a boy, Australian. My date of birth is 5/21/1983. Her son's is 03.
Hold on. 5/21/1983. So
Yes.
that's an 11 life path. And what that basically means is that's someone who's extremely emotional. So anyone who's an 11, their main goal in life is to control their emotions and not let their emotions control them. Like, for instance, did you know that most of the people who commit school shootings, like Columbine, Sandy Hook, are 11 life paths?
Damn.
And by the way, what was that United Healthcare guy?
The David, I forgot.
Mungini, what was his name? Oh, no,
Luigi
the shooter.
Mangione.
Okay, so
yeah.
he was born 5/6/1998. That's an 11.
11.
So again, someone who couldn't control their emotions is a detriment to society. But there's always a flip side. And the flip side's real simple. Kanye West is an 11. He was on top of it, but now, would you say Kanye's emotional as hell?
Yeah, he's emotional.
And again, that's an 11 life path. But then you got Tony Robbins. You got a guy like John F. Kennedy, was born on the 28th. Barack Obama, the best mouthpiece in politics since John F. Kennedy. 8/4/1961. So people who are 11s have the charisma, but they have to control their emotions. When it comes down to you, I'm sad to say this because I don't want to give people bad news, but you're born in 83. 83 is the year of the pig, and quite frankly, pigs are not having good years. When it comes to Elon Musk losing $150 billion, when it comes down to Wes Watson facing charges, when it comes down to Hooters established in the pig year, losing business, you see this over and over and over. So my advice to you is this is not something you can beat. This is something you have to basically lay low this year. What else did she want to know?
All right, her son's as well is 03/27/2018.
0327, March 27th.
Yep, 2018.
Okay. So what we have there is a good-looking kid. That's what it comes down to. So when people have that 5 energies, what that 5 is, it's basically about someone who's going to be a traveler, someone who's going to be very open to different things, someone who is going to be pretty much very attractive to the opposite sex. And the trap that a lot of 5s fall into is basically being able to do whatever they want with the opposite sex, and that leads to a whole bunch of things, you know. So it is what it is. Let's go to the next person.
All right, 1 second. She also mentioned that she knows it's a bad year for her. Let's see here.
The beginning of the year's
second.
tough.
Yeah, she says, I know I need to stay low this year, but X is a rooster and making mine and son's life very hard past year and a half. Okay.
Well, it's not going to get any easier this year. See, here's the thing. As a numerologist and astrologer, we don't know exactly what's going to happen that's going to be negative at the end of the year. It could be an injury. It could be losing money. It could be family. And sometimes it is. But when it comes down to it, you just expect negativity in your negative year. So what do? You lay low. You basically lay low. That's what you have to do in your enemy year. Lay low because you can't beat your enemy year. Napoleon tried to beat his enemy year. Didn't work out for him. Hitler tried to beat his enemy year. He got his ass whooped in 1943. Hiya. Saddam Hussein got his ass whooped in 2003, his enemy year. So again, dictators have tried to beat enemy years. They got their asses whooped. Do not be a statistic. It is what it is.
All right.
Who's next?
We got up next. Let's see here. Obscure Warrior says his year Gemini 7 life path.
Okay, so we have June the 2nd, 1997.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an interesting case. So what we have here is a 7 life path. 7s are extremely intelligent, but he's also born in the 2nd, and he's also ox. So oxes like to dominate. We just talked about Hitler. We just talked about Saddam Hussein. These are people who like to dominate with brute force.
Yep.
Okay? So when it comes to oxes, they're here to be in people's faces. This is what oxes do. Here's the thing. He's also born in the 2nd. 2 is the number of peace. So you can't act like an ox. Or no, I'm being dead serious, man. This is why the numerology always supersedes astrology. So for you, I would say you're not supposed to be that person who gets in people's faces. As someone who's born in the 2nd, you make and you prosper through peace. Anyone who's born in the 2nd prospers through peace. Remember that, guys. So if you're born even in ox year, you have to lay low. And as someone who's extremely intelligent, I would tell you to make your money with technology, whether it be crypto, Bitcoin, whether it be something to do with the internet. That's how people like you succeed the best, especially with that birthday. And let me tell you something. The oxes are kicking ass this year. Isn't Bruno Mars on top of the charts right now? Mars is 1985, year of the ox. Cody Rhodes, how many times they be hearing that name? Cody, he's on top of the world too, 1985. So oxes, snakes, and people who were born in rooster years.
Let's get back into this Kanye interview. So, Dom, I know you probably saw the clips on Twitter, all that stuff. Listen, man, I'm not gonna hold you. That nigga is lit. he doesn't give 2 shits about anything, and I think he's definitely sharing his feelings a lot because he's like, yo, bro, I'm frustrated, but. Okay, your thoughts on the interview, first glance.
I'll say with this too, I gotta reference Gary because you know how a lot of people say if you in your year you get a lot of wins. Well, I'm not really seeing Kanye get wins, but the nigga undefeated, like he can't be hit. It's like he's bulletproof, and it makes me feel like he does believe in numerology, bro. At least from looking at the interview. I mean, look how bold he is. The swastika chain, the hood, and how radical he's talking. Kanye always be radical, bro, but it's like. He's walking as
Took
if
it
he
to
knows.
a new level this year.
It's like he knows he can't be touched. He's even said it, bro. On X said, this person trying to sue me, this person trying to slander me. I can't be touched. I can't be touched.
You don't think it's the money?
I felt like it could have been, but man, he's been beat when he had more. So like, I'm feeling like what make him so confident now with less?
Snake year, baby.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
he's.
what
I
it
feel
is.
like he's
He
on
knows.
game. I feel like he's
He
on
knows.
game.
Kanye, stop bullshitting and admit what you're using numerology and astrology. Just admit it, because Kanye is born on the 8th. Here's the thing, man. This is a guy who came from nothing and had a big bag, lost it, got it back. Who the fuck knows where he's on the roller coaster? Yeah. But this is what people born on the 8th do. They get it back, they lose it, they get it back. But the reason he's so charismatic is because he's the 11th. That's why he has that it factor. And I know you crazy as fuck, dude. I know you crazy as fuck, okay? But at least you're entertaining too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, he just keeps it real, man. So listen, I think that this is my prediction. He's gonna go at it constantly like this, but at some point he's gonna either make a company himself and do his own thing, or they're gonna get him.
Yeah.
I don't know, one or the other.
I think
What do you mean by get him?
Let's be real here, man. He got a lot of enemies, bro. Look
I'm
at
not-
all his friends, bro. All his friends that were there.
Enemies too, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but he's making some serious, you know.
he's probably doing exactly what people want him to do. In all honesty,
Yeah.
in all honesty, man.
But okay, back in the day when he did that type of shit, people came after you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
bank accounts
This is
frozen.
after since October 7, 2023. The world's not the same anymore.
It's not the same, no,
You
it's
can
not.
actually do things that you didn't do before without having as much pushback. I mean, and people, you talk about whatever you want on IG now
they do.
too,
Bro.
So let's keep it real. It's not like Musk is over here and Zuckerberg's over here. In all honesty, I've been suspended on Twitter many times. I've never been suspended on IG.
Yeah.
Well, they're claiming now free speech is going to be a main factor for these platforms. I just wonder how far is free speech going to go, because at some point they're going to say, "Oh, nah, this is our speech
Yep.
now. Cut this shit off, bro." But we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you exactly when that day happens. When Donald Trump's not president of the United States anymore.
Yeah.
That's exactly when it happens, because this is why we have all this freedom right now. You think they wouldn't have been cracking down even more if Harris and all of that garbage got back in?
Yeah,
They
but-
would have been basically trying to turn this into the UK. Thank God we have the First Amendment, which is backed by the Second Amendment, isn't it, Don?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it backs us completely. It's the only reason why we can't be conquered. They say America's one of the hardest countries to conquer because of the Second Amendment alone. We have enough weapons here to push back China without even bringing our military on board.
That's exactly why Japan didn't invade.
Yeah.
Because they're like, wait a second, these people have guns everywhere. I don't think this would be a good idea, man. And that's the good thing about gun culture. And by the way, if we ever do get invaded, I'm telling you where I'm going. A lot of people talking about going to people I want to talk about going to a military base. Some people want to go underground. Bro, I'm going to the hood, bro.
To the hood.
Because I know they will clap back in the hood.
Yeah, they will. Niggas will be excited for it.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
we
bro.
That'll be the first time they'll have organized, like, you know,
It'll
our
be good. Man,
it'll
it'd be
be
good
nice.
for the culture, because finally they could do some shit that help the country, bro. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, that would be good for the
I'll
culture.
go to Dubai, man.
Niggas need to get invaded once in a while, so, you know, we can find a way to put them talents to use, bro.
There you go.
That
I
shit's
like
pointless
it.
right now.
Oh man, I'm scared to see who's going to fight the war, though.
Oh, yeah.
America today, bro, is not the same. All right, we'll go to the main attraction. All right, Dom.
All right, Luigi Mangione, he is currently going viral because he is now facing the death penalty after AG attorney Pam Bondi said they've now seeking a death penalty for him. The main reason it's viral because a lot of people are arguing that, well, rapists and et cetera, they don't get the death penalty. But as we spoke a little bit offline, is that they have to make an example out of him. If
He
you allow-
murdered someone in cold blood. What the fuck?
But more than that, it's the fact of who he murdered. If they allow it, then what's to stop anyone else from following his lead?
Man, this is a problem, right? This guy here is what you call, attracted to a lot of females.
Yeah.
He has a whole fan base supporting him because he did what a lot of people want to do, but they can't do. So he is the, I want to say, actual star of people's ideas on this healthcare system, because listen, people are mad. Their family members died. Maybe their dad and mom died as well. And it's like, hold on a second here. I can get back at them. What can I do?
Yeah.
And he took action. Now, mind you, is it right action? Hell no. You kill somebody in cold blood. That's never good, bro. But again, he's on the spotlight. So for him being on the spotlight, we got to show him as an example. You got to, nigga's over, bro. But what do you think, Gary?
You can't have people going out there and just killing people, bro.
Yeah.
We live in a civilized society with civilized rules. This isn't a theocracy. This isn't communism. This is any of that fucking garbage. We live in the United States of America. America's found on the fourth. Four's number of law and order. America's a monkey nation. This motherfucker's a tiger. Put him to the box.
This guy, bro.
Enemy signs, man. Put him to the box.
Listen,
know-
you know what's scary, though?
Yeah.
Donald Trump was actually shot at multiple times, multiple people. He could have died pretty much the same way how this guy died at the healthcare center or whatever. So my thing is, like, you got to set an example, especially nowadays. Like, look, that could have been our president gone, and we'd have been fucked up for sure if Harris won. So I think, listen, I get people's sentiment. Oh, bro, people have done worse things than they haven't gone and killed.
What's worse than murder?
Well, I
Wait,
think
exactly. What the hell is worse than murder?
think-
I mean, you can argue rape and genocide, but that's a on a whole group of people. What
would
is
say,
worse than murder?
In my
I don't
opinion,
know.
I think
Listen,
kidnapping.
bro.
I think kidnapping because it's extending the pain.
also I think pedos are definitely
Yeah.
worse
Rapists,
because
well, yeah,
people in
rapists,
bondage.
yeah.
little
rapists.
kids, bro. Dude, that's disgusting. So listen, this is the argument. People are saying he has done something terrible for sure, but there's been way worse crimes committed
Yeah.
without having a death penalty. But again, him being on the spotlight, people having fan bases of him, and again, because he looks a certain way, girls are, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He killed somebody.
Yeah.
This nigga's a cold blood killer. Look at Tam Buddy. All these guys, they had female followings. So I think with his status and notoriety, him actually being in the spotlight is why they're saying, you know what? Let's set a good example of this guy.
This is why you can't have female judges.
Yeah, and it's something that's
No,
scary.
I'm being dead serious. You cannot have female judges because they get swayed by this stuff. And by the way, listen, I'm not gonna lie to people and say I was a saint when I was a kid. I'm sure we all did things that we don't want to talk about.
Nah, nigga, I was a saint, bro.
Oh, of course, bro. Where you from again?
Barbados.
Whatever you say, brother.
Barbados.
So here's the thing, man. I always remembered. I remember this get racked. And I was always 28 days, that woman's going to bleed.
Yeah.
And if that woman's going to bleed, whoever's going to face that judge whenever that's that time of the month, you're going to get cooked. Okay? You're going to get cooked. I've seen it with my own eyes. You will get cooked. So basically, I want a law passed that whenever it's that time of the month, you can't have a female judge.
Shit's fair.
Also, to your point, man, let's be real here. They get emotional.
Yep.
Oh, it's a woman that he's a victim of this crime. You know what? We need to set an example so niggas don't mess around with women. So it is kind of messed up because a woman judge will have her emotional swings as well with that time of the month. But at the same time, emotionally, she's gonna be like siding with the women.
First, I really want to know something from you with the whole Luigi thing. How many of these women you believe already have spouses that they want to be good guys, would never, like if their husband was to shoot someone in the street, they wouldn't be attracted to that? Why is it always like the outsiders, the people that aren't in their life, not in their relationship, they can fantasize over them, but yet it's not something they want to go home to every night? I wonder how many of them women are taking.
Well, that's a very good point, bro.
I'll tell you what the problem is right here.
Yeah.
You're trying to explain this logically. They're not logical. They're emotional. So you cannot explain someone who thinks based off emotion in a logical sense.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, just add to that point as well. So imagine, right? You got a woman that has a husband or boyfriend as a placeholder.
Yeah.
Basically, he pays the bills. He gives her what she wants.
Transition
so
champion.
the actual genuine desire isn't really there.
Yeah.
And it's been, 5-10 years? She's bored this guy. She could boss him around. So when she sees a real man step and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this task and complete it. He did that shit. Now, mind you, he didn't do the right thing. That shit's terrible what he did. But he executed what he had in his mind and he went through with it. Well, guys, bro, they're pussies, bro. They don't do shit. Sit on the couch all day. They work. Oh, can you get me a beer, babe?
Yeah.
Bro, they're L's, bro. But again, placeholder a boyfriend. So a guy like this, he's attractive, pause.
Yeah.
He's actually going to falter with what he thinks. All right. He's hot. I'm going after him. But again, they're emotional. So the logic behind that is kind of dumb. But again, what do you call that when women like serial killers? Hypo versus.
They're dumb, bro.
What if the word is, bro?
Hypothalamus and
Yes, something like that. So honestly speaking, bro, it's because their husbands or boyfriends are kind of like L's anyway.
oh damn.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, man. Men do it better unless it's like raising kids from a certain age. Like, one of the most important things in society is breastfeeding.
I agree.
One of the most important things you can do as a father is earn enough money to make sure the mother of your child, and let's hope she's not a baby mama. Let's hope she's a wife. So the mother of your child actually stays at the home and breastfeeds the kids. Because what that studies have shown is that increases IQ by about 9 to 10 points.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yes.
Increasing IQ levels to that level. So think about it. Instead of kids being breastfed nowadays, they're not getting breastfed. It's formula. So that's minus 10 points right there. Yep. They're putting fluoride in the water system. It's minus 10 points right there. And you motherfuckers wonder why we have so many Democratic voters. They're dumb as fuck. You understand?
Yeah.
Even the diets of the moms, they say they highly advise you not to eat sweets when you're pregnant because it increases the likelihood of a child turning gay if you're eating sweets. What? Yeah, I'm for real. Looking into the study, and it's interesting because it shows why Hershey's chocolate, etc., all of them are able to promote to pregnant women.
Wow.
Because it helps, promote a type. I mean, your child has a better chance of being gay from having a sweet diet.
That's crazy. All right,
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, it is. It's not. Yeah,
is that true though, bro?
Yeah. Sweets can actually increase the likelihood of a female giving birth to a gay child. and sweets
Where,
are heavily marketed.
where are these studies at, bro?
I have to see. I could pull it up myself right now.
Where are
But
these
it's not like
studies
it's
at, yo?
Bro, you know what it is?
You're telling me if I get my pregnant wife an ice cream, they might turn out to
it's
like.
excessive. If it's excessive, so you know how women have their cravings.
Bro, you know what it is, bro? No. Hold on. Think about this. You know what it is, brother? All that alcohol, espresso martinis,
Yeah, that.
all those crazy sweet drinks, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's what it is, man.
Yo, chat, you believe this shit?
Yeah.
You believe this shit, or is Dom trying to sell you a dream, bro?
Some
man.
dream. It's truth is stranger than fiction.
You never know, bro. Okay, guys. Again, are we got some super chat spills just real quick, or no? But yeah, man. Final verdict: should he go to actually get the maximum penalty, or should he be offered a lighter sentence? What do you think?
I think just the death penalty, only because the person that he killed. It's in the amount of. I hate to say it. I think in America everyone should be fair and get the same type of punishment, but he has too much influence.
Yeah.
You want to get special treatment when you got that much influence.
Let me make this clear. That should not even be the question. The question should not be if he should get a light sentence or the death penalty. The only question should be is how they're gonna cook this motherfucker. Whether it could be firing squad, whether it be lethal injection, A, B, C, D that we should be having. This guy needs to pay the same price. And by the way, I'm not religious. But I do believe in a couple quotes in the Bible. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
This guy, bro. listen. This guy right here, bro, is an example of somebody that made a plan, followed through with it, and executed the plan. This plan right here is a bad precedent. Because if he gets off, not scot-free, but if he gets off with a lighter sentence, you know what that does for everybody else in the public? Oh, wait, I can kill somebody that I hate, that everyone else hates, and get away with it? Oh, I'm going to do this shit too. So, again,
Copycats.
he needs to have this penalty, because if he doesn't have this, bro, that's a bad precedent. And remember, Donald Trump was also a victim because he got, actually, what, 4 times? He almost died?
Yeah.
So it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
Let me ask you this: like, let's say he does get executed. Let me just bring up like a wild concept, okay?
Okay.
Like, it might be a little bit wild, but I think it makes sense. At least it does to me, man. We have victims' families, right? And we have people who are suffering because this man basically murdered someone they love.
Yeah.
I mean, when they execute him, why not make it pay-per-view? No, I'm being dead serious, man. You
Yo.
make it pay-per-view, and then when you the victims' families get some money back. And then we this will be a way to support the families to watch this motherfucker get cooked on pay-per-view.
I'm not going to hold you, bro. That's a wild theory.
Why not, man? I mean, come on, man. We need some dramatic action, bro.
Pay-per-view.
We need dramatic action because you need examples out there.
No,
If
you do.
people are doing bullshit like this, you need to make an example.
Houston,
Oh,
if they brought that
hell
back in
no.
the United States, you're good.
Hell no. Pay-per-view it, bro. Pay-per-view, man. Let's make some money. This is capitalism.
It's true.
Make some money off this, man. And speaking of making money, guys, I said this before, I'll say this again. If you don't have your bag by the year 2030, by the end of this decade, you are really going to get cooked. AI is taking more and more jobs every single week. So you guys really need to make a skill out there. You guys really need to do something that's going to set you apart from everybody else because, quite frankly, it's coming. That reckoning's coming. Now, these guys, they already have the right idea. He has a brand. What is it called again?
Fresh start, fresh and fit.
And CEO Network, correct?
Network, yeah.
Okay, you got to be quick with the one.
This guy, bro.
My man over here, man.
I got a brand too. Break the Narratives Network. I got BTN.
Okay, you understand? They have clout that they basically turn into a brand because that's the only thing that's going to be around in about 5 years. AI is going to replace everything, including your fucking doctors. You're sick? Okay. They're going to go in there. They're going to put some shit on you. Then they're going to tell you you have this and this and this. And then they're going to tell you this is what you have to do. But it's not going to be a human doctor. It's going to be a machine. I want people to understand if you want to set yourself apart in the next 5 years, do something, create a brand, do something. If you don't, brother, you're cooked.
Done.
Yeah, we had a discussion a couple months ago, actually, at Mar-a-Lago, and a lot of people there were on Elon's team, and they spoke about AI coming, and they mentioned by 2030, every business will have a portion of their business actual sector with AI. Now, keeping that in mind, we saw recently with the actual photos and videos editing that was done by AI compared to other artists. We've seen the difference between the quality and the actual images, and they're night and day difference. The artists are obviously good artists, of course. They're amazing, but AI, you can't beat that, bro. In seconds, you get your art right away. We have smash show art ourselves from AI, and it's actually like done so perfectly, you can't even compete with a human.
A year ago, someone else would be paid to do that.
Yeah,
Now it's
that's
just
what I was
AI.
saying. I was about to say, I don't think people realize how fast it's happening.
And it would take days. All right, I'll get back to you in 3-5 days, bro. I
Yeah.
got you that image. Dude, it's in seconds.
10 seconds.
Done.
They're making cover photos now. They're
So,
already replacing
All the
editors.
artists that had a job on Fiverr, you know, what's the other one? Upwork.
Yep.
Their jobs are going away because now, bro, I can just go to AI, type in what I want to happen, rearrange a bouquet of flowers, do a mountain, do a friggin' goat on a bike. Done what's coming. So having a brand is going to be important, and having a business that helps AI as well move forward. So it's gonna be tough, bro.
Don't be out there left alone.
Yep.
Don't be the one who's out there and be like, damn, I didn't see this coming. I told you, these good brothers over here told you. So basically, do something, have a plan, get ready, because the world is changing. And this happens once, maybe sometimes twice a century, where there's a big shift in the monetary system. It happened in 1944, Bretton Woods, when the United States took over the monetary system with the dollar.
Yeah.
You know, it happened in 1971 when the gold standard basically went away, and all of a sudden the petrodollar took its place. It's happening again. You guys have to be prepared. And one of the ways you can be prepared is understand how numerology and astrology works. Because we said this many times. Men lie, women lie, but numbers never lie. If you want a reading, 98 or above in the super chat, all the other stuff, we got the directions for that as well.
Yep. Big fact. All right, what's the next story, Dom? Let's see here, Bills. I need some sounds too, man.
All right, friend.
All right.
So right now, this is one of the posts that's been going viral on X and Instagram. It's a brand new $1 million home that's already falling apart. Appears to be mainly because of. I'm trying to get the right word.
What was the race of the work crew?
That's crazy.
I'm just
Yo,
saying.
log off, bro. Log off. All right, let's play it, bro. Holy crap.
I'm just curious.
890.
Spending
It's
$1 million,
almost a
bro.
I'm asking questions, bro.
I'll be pissed, bro.
All right, you guys listen to me. You're not understanding. The more nails you put in,
Damn.
the better it is. It doesn't matter if it's not fully tight or if it's broken. Extra nails fixes everything. Well, that's not good.
This had to be a
That is all
Pakistani
water
group.
coming from the safety pan
Wow.
underneath the air conditioning unit.
Dude, that's bad.
That's a mill?
Fuck, man. That's crazy.
$1 million
Well, let's
pesos?
check the rafters.
Bro, that's how you get mold in your building, bro.
What do you know?
Man, that's horrible.
Not tight.
Mm.
And that one right there is broken.
That's somebody's crib that. Yeah, that's
Missing
crazy,
some
bro.
Kick out flashing. And also these gutters are sloped wrong. There's water ponding here. Should be going this way. And same with these gutters.
Damn.
This America?
Shingle.
Yeah, bro.
And some more damaged shingles. And a nail that's popped through and needs to be
That's like
sealed.
15 to 30K to fix a roof, bro. With those issues. Damn.
Ain't nothing in there working. That's crazy, man.
Hey, this is bad, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo,
And that's a new home.
he better charge that shit to the game.
Yo, what the fuck,
That
man?
shit's so fucked.
Niggas cook,
And
bro.
they still got popcorn walls too. That's crazy.
Charge it to the game, bro.
They get another popcorn walls, man.
Man, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Okay, so
Yeah.
this right here is poor construction, of course. But you know the worst part about this? This is how you get mold in your house. This is how you get like accidents. And then imagine, right? You spent all your money on this property. It's $1 million basically. And then you got issues like this, where you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be house poor. You fix all this stuff, and you own the property now. You're fucked.
I'm just curious how many women were on that crew.
I hear this happens a lot though with constructors cutting corners.
Yeah, no. This happened, but like this is bad because okay, imagine this, right? I'm a investor buying property, or I want to live in property, and I buy the property. I'm all in, but all these issues, bro, you're cooked because imagine this, bro. you got to pay your mortgage, you still got to pay for insurance and incidentals, and then this shit, bro, dude, this is not cheap, bro. That's like 30.
Super chat real quick,
Terrible,
guys.
bro.
9/24/1996. We have a person who's a 4 life path, a rat born on the 24th. So here's the first thing I'm going to tell anyone born on the 24th, 15th, 6th. Real estate. That is what people with those type of birthdays should do. Real estate. Real estate is something people with 6 energy do very well with. Another thing people with 6 energy do well with is basically having family businesses. Now, for most people, I'd say family business is a bad idea, man. Listen, you already got to deal with your wife at the house. You don't want to deal with her at work, too. Trust me on that, man. But when it comes down to it, you know, family businesses work for people with certain birthdays. That's one of them. Now, next year is the year of the horse. You're born in the year of the rat. Guess what, brother? That's your enemy year coming up.
Damn.
So when it comes down to it this year, next 9 months, prepare as much as you can. Be like that squirrel that, you know, is hibernating with those nuts, bro. Yeah. You got to make sure you have a big bag. If you can afford to take next year off, do it. That's like one of the beautiful things about having money, man. If you have a bag and you know your enemy year is coming, bye-bye. You ever hear of a football player by the name of Andrew Luck? Andrew Luck was born 1989, year of the snake. He retired in 2019 when he was still able to play the game at a high level. Why? Yep. His enemy year was coming. He knew it. He didn't want to get injured. He enjoyed his quality of life. I'm out. That's what you people should be doing as well. So when your enemy year is coming, right now, prepare. You're a 4 life path, brother. Work. Put it in the work, because as a 4 life path, there is no other way to make it. And by the way, if you want to be a criminal, tell him again. Tell him again,
I'm
brother.
A 4 life path. You telling the truth. There's no other way.
You cannot make it any other way without. How many times you post a day, Dom?
Man, it's like 20, 30 and 40. And I post 4 times more than anyone in my competition just to get the same results. So you have to put the work in. You have
to outwork people as a 4. That is my advice to you, my friend. We got another one coming?
It's a Mario. 7/23, 1989. I'm currently talking to someone who has a birthday of 5/25, 1984. What's your thought on this? Nigga start coughing, bro. Damn.
Okay.
Yo, I need Undertaker, man.
I need to because you said she's born at 5/25 and I cannot tell a lie. I need to tell you a story, bro.
Oh shit.
Is about 2015, and I do numerology readings. I've been doing this for decades now, and I had 4 numerology readings that day, and it was all about with men who divorced or left a woman. One phone call was from Australia, another one was from Europe, 2 were in the United States, and they all dumped a woman born 5/25. The chances of me having a phone call with 4 different people around the world born on 5/25 was in the billions, bro. In the billions. And here's the thing. I was having an issue with a 5/25 in my group, and I threw her out. And to this day, she's the craziest fucking bitch I've ever met in my life. So there is one birthday in GG33 that's banned for women, and it's 5/25 because they some crazy motherfuckers, man.
Damn.
Having said that, my friend, if you love her, do what you do. Okay, good luck to you. What year was she born again?
Let's bring it real quick.
Bring that back up real quick.
So again, this is.
That's are fine. Let's look at the numerology.
He needs to run, bro. Sounds like he needs to get away fast.
Yeah, bro. I'm looking at the numerology. I'm sorry, man. I can't. Listen, if you marry her, it'll be a mistake.
Damn.
You know, listen, I'm not trying to cook anybody, bro. I'm not trying to cook anyone. People are donating money. But listen, if you're going to donate money, I'm going to tell you, don't do it. Run, motherfucker, run.
Hold on. What you just said, bro, could save him, I want to say what?
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars, because
save his life,
marrying
bro.
the wrong woman, bro,
destroy
and she divorces you, you're right, destroyed. And a lot of guys think, okay, you know what? I'll be different. I'll be the change in the world that needs to be here for her.
Yeah.
And she's also a rat. She's extremely manipulative. And guess what? She's a 7 life path. Most likely smarter than you.
Damn.
She's going to get you, bro. So she probably got that body you like, so I understand why. But, brother, no, she's a very intelligent woman. Do not play games with this one. It is what it is. I won't lie, bro.
Yeah.
I won't lie, bro. 525. I banned that birthday for females in GG33. I want to explain something. I'm from a certain ethnicity who likes money, okay? And for me to ban someone and say no to money, that means something, bro. 525 is crazy as fucking fuck.
I'm not gonna hold you, man. I've been on a couple dates, and I would always ask Gary, "Okay, here's her birthday. Tell me something." And I don't know why, but it's so on point. I'm like, damn. He'd be like, oh, "Okay, not this one, bro. Not this one." I'm like, "Damn, really? She bad though." He's like, "Nah,
bro.
And it's funny because obviously, you know what I do, bro. But like, it's good to know.
What does it
beforehand.
do, Fresh?
I make sure everyone's having a good time on dates. Everybody,
Really?
including myself. We're gonna move on, man. All right. He's trying to put me on the spot, bro. Screw you, bro.
I'm just trying to get some content, bro.
I know, man. You are. It's funny.
I'm over here, the point guard, man. I'm facilitating, throwing alley oops out here.
So Mario, you gotta run, bro. Don't stay with her, brother. It's gonna be trouble for you. All right. Next news story, Dom.
All right, Elon Musk,
That
baby
bitch
mama.
ass.
Oh, it's look like it's mocking.
How about
Elon
this?
Musk-
How about this? When I say bitch ass, I'll point to you. You guys finish it.
Oh yeah, you don't want to say it.
Nigga.
Yeah, there you go.
Elon Musk has agreed to do a paternity test with the child for Ashley St. Clair, which is an ex-creator, who it says that he is the father. She is currently getting, she has received $2.5 million from him, and getting $500,000 every year, and got a $100,000 Tesla that she just sold like yesterday.
On Carvana.
Post-test. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know you're gonna roast this guy. Let me get a little piece of me before you do that. Listen, I think Elon Musk is one of baby mamas. However, with her case, man, she was conservative. She was the perfect woman on the social media. But real niggas know the backstory with her.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, in retrospect, she's actually looking at this. You know what? I fucked up. I'm not getting what I want. You know, he's giving her a lot of money because, dude, this is a lot of money, bro.
Yeah, it
mind
is.
you, she even not got the exact number, but it might have been more because we don't know what he did for her before this.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, bruh, you're complaining about this guy. You got a free car, this amount of money, and you about to have his kid. Bitch, just shut up, man. Like, you already won that battle. Just shut up, bro.
And it's proof that she wanted it. There's DMs that leaked that show she was trying to get with this dude like 4-5 years before. So she wanted the single mother life. So it's like, it's all an act.
Okay.
It's
look,
You
all-
chose the life, you can get the life. There
Yeah,
you go,
yeah,
sweetheart.
guys, enough buttering up Elon Musk, man. Okay, enough of this, man.
Here we go.
Let's keep it real. Let's talk about what is reality. This guy is paying for a child he doesn't even know is his. He's already given $2 million. He's given another $500,000. So he's given $2.6 million, and he doesn't even know if this kid is his. There's a word for that. It's called simp.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a rich simp. So this is essentially what he is. He isn't some genius. He isn't some guy who's changed the world. He's a freaking simp. That's what he is, man. And guess what? He's born in 1971, year of the pig. And a lot of people who are born in pig years tend to take care of kids who aren't even theirs.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, Andrew Wilson comes to mind. He's born in 1984, but still in that pig year. So this is what pigs do. We might as well start calling all these guys Joseph, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honorary Josephs, man. So Elon, his middle name might be Joseph now because this is one.
Yeah.
This is one of his girls. So how much are you paying out to these fucking whores?
Yeah.
For $25 million a year? Bro, this is a simp. It's this is not a role model to anyone. The fact that anyone looks up to this piece of fucking trash is absolutely shocking to me.
He really is an interesting figure because somehow he's convinced conservatives to abandon the nuclear family. I remember when Ashley first made a post saying that I'm carrying Elon's child. Nigga, the biggest people in the conservative party were congratulating her. Had it been someone else, it'd be some regular nigga on the street, no matter if he rich or not, they would have crushed them both, saying this ain't a nuclear family, you're destroying homes. He has a history of having angry baby mothers. That's just broken homes. None of these bitches that he's fucked are happy after.
Yeah.
But yet he's constantly being praised. He's constantly getting a pat on the wrist, and people are saying he's here to save these women. It's like, bro, they're miserable.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, he's simping, but they're miserable. He's leaving broken homes. I don't get how the same people that have energy for Nick Cannon, and that nigga honest about it, give Elon so much backlash, bro. He's creating broken homes.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. He's a nigga.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
is.
niggas do.
He is. Yeah.
Bro, they fuck the chick. They go back to the streets and they find another one. In his
nigga,
case,
bro.
he fucked the chick, play some video games, back to work. It's the
Literally
same
play
shit,
video
bro.
games.
He's a nigga, bro. I'm telling you. He's one of
video
us.
games, yeah.
So listen, man.
Really, bro.
You know what you were getting, Ashley? Congratulations. You got it. Well, hopefully, we can see the DNA test and see what it is. But
We're taking bets on this, bro.
listen, I'm sure it's his, bro.
You think it's his?
I think so.
You think
For
it's
sure.
his?
I think it's his.
For
I think
sure.
it's his. Well, I mean, does Elon have any like actual attractive women? You would think with a couple $1 billion, you'd be able to pull something, bro.
His taste,
I mean,
I guess.
I mean, this girl Ashley, she's about as flat as like, this goddamn table we're on, bro. I mean, goddamn.
Listen, at the end of the day, bro, Elon Musk, bro, you're a nigga, bro. You gave her the seed and you left indeed. He's one of us. Just saying, bro.
That's
Just saying.
right. Hey, this motherfucker out here rhyming. You didn't catch that, man. See, I'm quick.
How many kids does he have, though?
Like 12, bro.
It's like
Damn.
13, 14, like 14, I would say at max.
I don't know who has more, Andrew or him. It's funny.
Oh, it's definitely Elon. It's definitely Elon.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, next super chat. December 11th, 1980. Selling my zoo in 652. I guess that's an area code. What best country to move to? So this girl who's a 5 Lifepath Sagittarius is selling her zoo. Now, see, this might seem I'm sorry. She says she's
got a
selling her
zoo?
She's selling her zoo. I mean, what kind of pets you keeping, girl? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I've been asking.
What the hell?
But listen, you're a Sagittarius, and the thing about Sagittarius is they like animals more than people. So I understand this. See, this is the thing. It makes sense to me because I understand this. So, you know, it is what it is. When it comes down to you, you're a 5 Lifepath. You're meant to travel, girl. The worst thing a 5 can do is stay in one place for too long. You do that, you start getting depressed. You start, you know, not the best, man. 5's got to be like water, always moving. If water doesn't move, mosquitoes start forming. Not good. It is what it is. Now you're also born on the 11th, man. So when it comes down to it, not only are you a 5, you're an 11. So you're very charismatic, but unfortunately, you're more charismatic with the animals than you are with the people. You understand what this means, man? It is what it is. You're born in a monkey year, so you're probably saying, should I leave America? No, you shouldn't. You should not leave America. America was founded in a monkey year. You are born in the monkey hell. If you have a zoo, you're probably doing too well, unless you hustle the zoo away from a man.
I'm about to say, how'd she afford a zoo?
I mean, she probably got some bread, man.
Hey, man.
She got a zoo. Listen, I've heard of girls getting diamond rings, cars, all sorts of shit, but a zoo?
It's new shit.
Damn, girl.
I mean, $2 million a year.
Salute, man.
Not bad at all.
But at the end of the day, 5, I know you have that need to travel. You want to go outside the United States, but my advice to you is stay inside of America. You're a monkey in a monkey nation. There is no better. I mean, you can go to Saudi Arabia and try that out for a while, but somehow, knowing your birthday, I don't think, Sagittarius like to show off their legs, man. Sagittarius like, that's not going to work in Saudi Arabia too well, girl. So it is what it is, man. If you want a super chat, 98 or above. If you want a voice chat, anything else, the instructions, I think, are in the chat room.
Yeah, there. And also as well, for call-ins, guys, that's 198 on Gary's channel as well for call-in readings. All right, what's the next story? But, Elon's one of us, though, bro. Dom, just so you know, bro.
He ain't one of me.
Well,
He ain't one of me, bro.
You're not nigga, bro.
Yeah, bitch ass dude.
You're not nigga, bro. So you would understand this, bro.
I'm the master.
What the heck?
So one of Gary's predictions went viral. He had predicted that President Trump could be in what possibly attempt to run for a 3rd term. So that's came out, and now it's just been circulating on the news that it's legally able for Donald Trump to run a 3rd time if he wants to, and just been rumors circulating that he had some interest in that.
This is nothing more than a storybook. It started with the birth certificate in the early 2000s. Then it went to Donald Trump getting roasted in the 2011 White House Correspondents' Dinner. He decides to run for president. Everyone thinks it's a joke. He wins. Him and Obama have been going at each other for 15 years. This is like the last moment. This is the last prize fight. It's going to be Obama for a 3rd term. And by the way, the Democrats got nobody. No. The Democrats got absolutely nobody. I mean, we knew this because the last 2 out of 3 times they're sending women out there.
Yeah.
They got absolutely nobody. So Barack Obama is the Democrats' best option. Donald Trump is the Republicans' best option. Both going for a 3rd term. They both have interest, the Democrats and the Republicans, to overturn whatever amendment they do to make this happen. I called this last year. I knew this was happening because I know how the game is played. These guys are playing you, both of them.
I like what you said. The reason why it can happen is because it benefits both parties.
Yep.
That's the only time you see shit happen in this country.
But let's be real here,
benefit
bro.
both.
In politics, man, there's two sides, but there's really one side. And they all meet behind closed doors.
Yep.
It is what it is, bro. But again, you got to support the big boys to play politics. By the way, shout out to the raid, man. You guys supporting the show. Appreciate it a lot, man. Shout out to Myra Gaines for that raid. But again, it's the same side of, it's one coin, different sides. Pretty
Definitely,
much.
yeah. I mean, even in the Congress, in the House of Congress, a lot of people know they have cafeterias there. These people, they don't go to different cafeterias.
I'm not worried about what's going on,
People
bro.
themselves, bro. Oh, yeah, it's this nigga. There's always a divide because what happens is people latch on to ideals and people that they like and they don't like. And what happens is they play a narrative saying, okay, well, you guys want to love somebody, hate somebody? Here I am. Here's this person. And then they make you choose. When reality speaking, it's the same people doing the same things, bro.
Yeah, just different approach.
Exactly. Different faces. All right. What's the next one?
Trauma alert's hot today.
Oh, here we go.
Were we touching this one?
This one's kind of crazy.
I don't want
Nah.
to hear it because if she says something wrong,
We can do it. We can do it. So, what's that one?
All right.
just
this one right here?
explain it without playing the video, bro.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. All right. Elon Musk's transgender child, she had crashed out on the famous, infamous streamer Hassan, and just basically had went viral for crashing out on Hassan.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. As an attack to Elon, this is crazy. 'Cause you're bringing on his kid. This kid
Whatever that thing
on
is.
the actual show, guy, bro. That's dirty, bro. That's dirty.
It sounded like enemy year type shit. Though.
I'm
I mean,
not
it
gonna
does.
lie. I tried to do that myself. He beat me to it. I'm not gonna lie. I
No.
tried to reach out like 2 months ago, bro.
if
He
you
beat
hate
me
a
to
guy,
it.
you bring on
Yeah.
their kid, wife, or girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, remember, you're talking to the guy who Joe Rogan dissed. I would have did a podcast with his dad.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
This is not out the question for me, man.
It's not.
just the transgender.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is scary.
You know that like I don't like Elon, but I'm not sure I could
I'm not gonna lie.
really back
I feel
that
like
one.
low key, and a lot of conservatives afraid to say it. I'll say it here.
Yeah.
He said the woke hive mind got to the kid. Nigga, you're not there. The woke hive mind can do whatever they want to your kids. If you're not there to protect them as a man, you can protect your kids, bro. He's just not. He's not active enough. This shows me that's the end result of not being in your kid life.
Again, he's a nigga. It is what it is, bro.
Definitely.
Listen, we plant the seed and then proceed to exit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we do as niggas, bro. Hey there. Next one. All right. We got up next
We're touching this.
drama alert again.
So Ice Poseidon and Sneeko might get a ban from Twitch. So rumors are circulating right now that both of those prominent streamers could be getting a ban after Aiden Dross unban that just recently happened.
Okay, so we've seen that going on in the news. Aiden's been banned from Twitch, but he's not streaming there. Why do you think is that, Gary?
So he could probably collab with the people on Twitch without actually going on it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so we had a theory behind the scenes, and it's more of like, okay, I get it. You've been unbanned. Congrats, bro. Awesome.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, is like Twitch itself is so particular about everything. Chat, what you do offline, TOS. So at some point, how do you regulate your chat to that degree? Because it's going to go crazy, and his chat is insane. Now, it's changed for the better. I'm sure it has.
Yeah.
But keeping it smart is smart. You can have people for collaborations, just do it on Kick. I get it.
Makes sense.
He gets that bag from Kick, and he can collab with people, his friends, on Twitch. Not a bad deal. So
Maybe Eddie made a phone call with Mr. Clancy.
I think that
They made a cash transaction. To make
But this
that
does
happen.
open up the other streamers to get as well their channels back. It's like, for example, Destiny.
Yeah.
Now, people hate on Destiny, but like, if they can unban Aiden, why not Destiny? Why not Ice Poseidon? Why not Sneeko? So I see the point of view here. Will it happen? Who knows?
It'll be a double.
Why not you?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, me too, bro. Hey,
There be all these other people,
I've
bro.
been to
You're
Twitch-
part of that
hold
club
on.
too.
I went to TwitchCon, and it was fun, but I saw the lifestyle. I saw the actual people there.
Yeah.
And I just know they don't like some of us, man. Because we're not their cup of tea.
Yeah.
We're like total opposite to them, pretty much. But it's like, bro, the simple common sense things that we find as normal,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, why would you say that? You're a bad person. I'm like, bro, nigga, like this is just the truth. But to them, the truth is bad. So
That shit Disney censored.
it is, bro.
Yo, you people in the chat are like fucking fucked up, man. You be talking some bullshit. yo, Fresh. Why they keep calling you a Goomba? I don't.
Oh, off of Mario. That's funny.
What the hell? What is wrong with you people? Are you that broke that you're gonna bring up a character from a video game that hasn't been played since your mom's been starting to get ran through 20 years ago? I mean, you guys need to really stop this nonsense, man. And this is what I told people on X. And believe me, I'm a little bit more open on X, but I'm gonna say this very loud and clear, man. If you're making money, it's okay to consume content. It's absolutely, this is what you should do. If I'm out here entertaining you, if these guys are out here entertaining and tap dancing for you, and you like it, this is exactly what you should do. But if you're a broke person, what are you doing on social media? I'm going to tell you right now, if I wasn't making money, I would not be here. I like these guys, but I would not be here. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you are not networking, if you are not making money, what are you doing on social media? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I'm not going to be one of those streamers that says, yo, anyone can do this. All you got to do is you got to put your mind to it. Nah, bro. That's not how the real world works, man. You either have it and you don't, and quite frankly, most of you people don't.
Yeah.
Rumble rant. All right, here we go. Oh man, appreciate it, brother. We need a Dr. Marco for that. Thank you, bro. See, this is why I appreciate content because listen, I got a lot of haters. I understand what it is, and even though I get hate like a Goomba or a Pug, you know what's funny about content and being a creator? It's gonna come no matter who you are. You can be the Chad, the Tyrone, the Aladdin of your world, bro. But online, they can diss you somewhere or another. So to me, it's like, bro, it's part of the game. I play the game, and this is
You play it better than most.
This is a natural effect of being a part of the game. So it is what it is, bro.
And you have to be interested enough to even get insulted. That's something I found out. They don't insult people boring.
Well, I'll tell you this: hate leads to views and attraction. Look at that guy, Ashton Hall. They roasted that nigga for what,
Damn, you
a
right,
week
bro.
straight.
He up right
He
now,
collabed
bro.
with Mr. Beast, bro. What the fuck, dude?
Yes, bro.
Most YouTubers wish and pray to collab with Mr. Beast,
Yes,
and they
bro.
take years till they get it. He got it in 1 week because of hate. So I'll tell you this, bro. Keep the hate coming. I love it. WCO Network. My birthday is May 4th, 1999. My main partners is January 11th, 06.
May 4th,
1999.
1999. So
Yep.
that's a one life path. And he's also born on the 4th. The good thing about people born on the 4th is they're aligned with the energy of the United States of America, which is found in the 4th. So that's good for material success and things of that nature. As a one life path, you have to be aggressive in life. As a one life path, you have to do well under pressure. As a one life path, you have to be aggressive in life. You're also born in the year of the cat. So here's the thing. You probably figure that you're smarter than most, and I would agree. But quite frankly, if you think someone's beneath you, you won't even give them the time of day. This is how cats operate. So my advice to you, my friend, is surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. And if you do that, then you'll stay engaged. If you have people who are, below you in intelligence, they're not going to challenge you, and then you can get bored, and you're not going to amount to what you have to do in life. I see that you're going to do quite a bit of traveling in life, and you will be an influential man when you get older. What was the second birthday?
So his main partner is January 11th, 06.
Okay, partner in what way? Business, relationships? I don't know what the
I
hell
think he
that
means like maybe like a girlfriend. I'm assuming girlfriend.
Girlfriend? I mean, what if this guy talks about business partner, bro?
Just say main partner.
Main partner? I don't know what that means.
Shadow,
bro.
put in the chat. Do you mean like girlfriend or business partner? Also as well, man, like listen, he's a part of my network, man. We had an awesome event last Saturday. I'll put a picture eventually, but like the guys in there are sharp, man. They make some of them make 6 figures off of one connection in the network as well. Yeah. They're making actual connections for business, for other things as well. So to me, like Gary said, people that are smarter than you, hang around them, bro. You can learn.
Long time, just never found anyone smarter than me.
I know, bro.
It's tough. It's tough
man.
out here for a pimp.
It's very tough, man. Hey,
It's tough out here for a Mensa member.
nigga, how old are you?
I'm up there, bro. I'm up there, bro. I'm up there, bro. I'm old enough to get hair dye.
There you go.
I'm old enough to get hair dye, but yeah, man.
But that's the
Look
cheat
good.
code. Hold on, but that's cheat code. If you're not that smart, hang around people that are smarter than you.
They'll pick
You'll
you
learn
up.
by osmosis, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Shadow said girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Figured.
So what was it? January 11th. What year?
06.
January 11th. That's a rooster. Very loyal woman. Extremely loyal. Very emotional. Has a hell of a body. Congratulations on that one.
You might need to get me a
Here's the thing about like she's extremely loyal. Like some women will put up with cheating. She will not. You have a fatal attraction on her. She has a fatal attraction on you.
Damn.
Here's the thing. It's gonna be great sex, but the problem is she's your enemy sign.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
bro. So it is what it is. You're gonna be extremely attracted to her. She's extremely attractive. She's very loyal. You're a cat. She's a rooster. It's not gonna work out long term. And here's the thing. I know that's not what you want to hear, but you know, I bet you J-Lo and what's his name, A-Rod, wish they heard that from me before they got not once but twice together.
So
Cat
Gary,
and rooster
why-
enemy signs.
why is the passion so strong with enemy signs?
Bro, trap. I think my mic went out.
Oh, it did?
We're good now.
Okay.
It's a literal trap enemy sign. So like you're always going to be most attracted to your enemy sign. No matter what you do, you're always going to be most attracted to your enemy sign. That's what people have to understand. So no matter what your enemy sign is, you have to understand if they're your enemy sign that you got to stay away because you're always going to be most attracted. I call it a matrix trap. What's it? Charlie Sheen fell for it. He's a snake. He married Denise Richards. They had a kid, and now this kid's doing OnlyFans. And so it's not a good combination, guys. So you always want to stay away from your enemy sign when it comes to sexual relationships because let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who have baby mamas with their enemy sign and their life is cooked, bro.
Yeah.
You know what?
The more you know, brother, the more you freaking know.
I want to know what that girl's birthday was. The Asian escort? Hold on. let me get her birthday, bro. And then you tell me on air.
She looked like a tiger.
That's funny, man.
She looked like a tiger.
Hold up. Let me look at this bitch's birthday. All right. What's the next one?
All right.
Oh, no. Let's play Asmund Gold's theory
Go
on
ahead.
this news. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's play it.
I think so.
The fact that people like him, the fact that people like him, XQC, are actually famous tells you a lot about society, bro.
Oh, shit.
Think that they should unban Ice if they're going to unban Aiden. I think they should unban Destiny. I think they should unban Sneeko. They should unban Myron from Fresh and Fit. They should unban, let me think, who else? Doc, I don't think that they can unban Doc and Slicker. And the reason why is because Doc and Slicker use the website to facilitate something that they could be held. So, like, let's say somebody gets groomed on Twitch and they unban Doc. They're going to use the unbanning of Doc to show that Twitch doesn't care about grooming because they're not applying best practices. So they literally can't unban him for
fucking
legal
weird,
liability reasons.
I understand what he's saying, but
Like, do you see kind of what my point is here on this? So, like, whether I think they should or they shouldn't, it doesn't matter. It will literally never happen. So, yeah, they did a crime. Yeah.
So, I guess
think
point
that
of
they should
view,
unban,
but, I mean,
Ice if they're
okay, so disrespect, right? I mean, did he actually commit
not that I know of.
a crime? Because I hear two stories. I hear that he actually didn't message like that.
Yeah.
And then I heard he did on Twitch. So I'm confused of what it really was.
I heard more so that he didn't, and the Twitch kind of came clean. It was an employee coming clean saying they kind of slandered his name from what I was getting from that.
This guy looks like a homeless crackhead. Why do we care what he thinks and says? I'm just curious.
He has a following.
How big is his following?
It's huge, bro,
I
for
would say he's
Twitch.
the biggest gamer.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
He looks like a gamer.
Hold on. He's
Does he have a wife and kids?
I don't think.
No.
Hold on. He's the most base Twitch
Yeah.
streamer there is. So imagine him being based. That's what I'm saying. Like this
Damn.
guy, even though
He looks like a Democrat,
he
bro.
looks like a Moist Critical,
Yeah.
but it's on just on Twitch.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
He was supporting Biden, wasn't he?
Well, he's made a massive shift. I will say in like the past 8 months, he's been mainly conservative. Almost all his content every day.
He was banned too, actually, and they got unbanned. But look at his room, though.
Yeah.
I would say that's a good improvement from what it was before.
Yo.
Yeah. It took him like a
Super
week or
chat?
two to clean.
Yeah, listen, I want you to read this one yourself, man. Read this one.
All right.
You guys roasted me. I love it. All right, hold on. Bro, ha. This is from Mario. He said, you guys roasted me. I love it. I just messaged the girl, called it off with the 525 1984. I have another. This motherfucker.
Yo.
Fresh.
Yo.
Fresh.
Don DeMarco.
He says, I have another girl, 8/18, 1993, that I'm also talking to. What do you guys think?
Yo, this is how you do
He
it,
got
bro.
another
Look,
one ready to go.
This is how you do it. Swear to God, bro. Yo, Mario, you just avoided, bro, hell on earth. Being with a girl like that, bro, the sex is great. I'm telling you. But wifing her up, bro, is even... Dude, that's hell on earth, bro. So he saved you, bro. So good job on that, bro. Don DeMarco for you, bro.
This guy, man. Yo, you're a straight pip, bro. You're a straight pip. Listen,
wow.
8/18/1993. This is a woman who's always going to look young. So one of the benefits of marrying someone who's a 3 life path is they're going to look well even when they're a little bit older. When a woman is in her 50s as a 3, she'll still look like she's in her late 30s. She's a Leo. Leos love to have fun, bro. She's most likely a veteran, if you know what I mean. I'll just leave it at that. Once roosters are actually in a relationship, they're actually loyal. Mm-hmm. So if she doesn't have any kids, I think that this would be a much better one to wife up compared to the last one you gave me. Quite frankly, when I look at her, she's going to have a good year. So I think this is a much better match than the 525. But let me just be very frank with you. You could have brought some bum in, some hood rat in the streets, and I said it would have been better than that 525, man. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Shout out, man. That guy's a pimp.
Listen, R.I.P. to the last girl, though. Thank you, both, for the sound effects. Also,
he's been waiting to do that for an hour.
Yeah. Also, Rumble chat, man. Thank you for your support, man. Appreciate all the love on Rumble and YouTube as well. Listen, I know it's a small audience now, but it's going to be big pretty soon. So thank you for supporting, guys, the show. Love you guys, man. All right, next one. We got, is this Fairbuck? Yeah.
Yeah, they're right here. Elon Musk has sold Twitter X to his own artificial intelligence company, XAI, in a $45 billion deal. It was like $46 billion in total. X was just valued at $45 billion. He paid $1 billion from the deal, and I think he purchased X for like $45 billion. So he's gotten X right back to where it was when he purchased it, and now has it up over $1 billion after the purchase.
Dom, what day is Elon Musk born on?
I don't know the day. Oh, it's something 18th, ain't it?
It's the 28th.
28th. So it's
Dom, what day did he sell Twitter to himself to?
28th.
Yeah, so the richest man in the world, born on the 28th, the number of wealth, actually sold his company to himself on the 28th. But there's nothing to this.
Coincidence.
This is all bullshit. It's all coincidence. But the richest guy in the world is doing it. You want to know what else he did? What? He did the same thing Vladimir Putin did. You know, Vladimir Putin actually has more money than Musk, who's actually a trillionaire, who was before the war started in Ukraine. He had a daughter born on the 28th. And you know what Musk did on February 28th of this year? He had another kid. Again, all coincidences, because I'm the dummy, and you guys who are way poorer than me, who don't have a wife, you have a baby mama, all that other garbage, you guys know what's going on in the world. I don't.
Well, Gary, I heard something before, and it might have came from you, because most of the stuff I hear from numerology, you do some research. It's from Gary. But I heard that millionaires don't really use astrology, that billionaires do.
I do consult with billionaires. What do you know?
Yeah, they say billionaires use numerology more than millionaires, that it's what...
There's a lot of millionaires. Let me tell you something, man. Sometimes, some of us many times over. That's not a big deal. Yeah. The billionaires, there's literally like 3,000 on the planet, bro. And I know 90 of them. At least I've talked to 90 of them.
I know 4.
Oh, there you go, Fresh. Good job. Man.
Also, for the chat that's brokies, man, listen. I understand times are hard. But listen, we got something coming for you very soon, actually, with, the bets and, of course, the stock knowledge coming to you guys as well. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Rob will be here on
yes.
the podcast. This is a guy I put on the Fresh and Fit network, and he hit over 90% of his trades.
Guys, when we tell you this shit actually works, because, guys, first of all, we do it ourselves first, hold the L's or W's, and then we give it to you. And once it works, we give it to you, and you get the same result. So, again, your brokies out there are broke for now, but not very long. All right. What's the next one? We got another one from Fearbuck.
Fearbuck's killing it, man. Shout out to Fear.
Shout out to him.
Haley Welch, a.k.a. Hawk Tui, says the SEC has finished investigating her and will not be suing any charges or monetary sanctions. She's walking away clean, so...
No accountability for a woman. Shocking.
You know what's crazy about this, bro?
You would have been locked up, bro. If
that
was you,
nigga,
you're locked up.
Nigga, I'm cooked. Guys, Haley Welch is a perfect example of someone with white privilege. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Pretty privilege and being a girl.
Pretty.
Any other,
Pretty.
well, not to us, but to them.
Really? Okay.
Any other creator that did this would have been destroyed. And you know what's funny about this? This actually was the main story for a couple weeks back in the day, and she stayed quiet after that and went ghost.
Yeah,
no one heard
just
from
like a
her.
woman.
Just went away, and again comes back like, oh, nothing happened. I'm still here. You know the scary part as well about this, bro, is that this just shows if she gets off scot free, that it's precedent for other women too as well.
Yeah.
Look at the girl accusing Andrew. She made her own coin. It's just like, dude, this is all geared
She
towards...
made her own coin?
Yeah,
I didn't see
yeah.
that part. That's nuts.
And
bro.
sales went up. I think 10x when she did that whole
Andrew should
Off another
sniper.
man's
application.
shit. That's
Tasha sniper coin.
So
that shit.
women like this, bro, that get off easily, bro, they need to be punished, but to the highest degree, because this is a bad precedent for other people, bro. But again, this is
Well, they don't believe in accountability in the United States of America. Is that like a Christian value? Sometimes I hear of Christians not holding women accountable. Just
Feminine-
curious.
It's a feminine Western
actually
value.
this is a Western value because
Yeah, Western.
I would argue if it was a Christian society, it should be shunned 100%.
Yep.
So remember, she was famous for saying spit on that thing. That shit's crazy, bro.
Yo, chat, man. Do you think this is Christian values or Western values over here, man? Let me know what you think. I really don't care, but like I do a little bit. So yeah. What's going on?
I do. Oh no, I have a sound note here. It's perfect for this. Wait, where's the bills?
Oh, yo, the people in the chat want you to read another story time book.
Oh, for real? Oh, it's funny, guys. I got a book from one of my supporters. Is here real quick.
The people in the chat say this is Western astrology, and if you want a reading done live, 98 or above in the super chat.
So actually, I was reading this book. It says, "Stay away from sneaky snow bunnies" by J Star. This is
Oh,
actually
here we
very
go,
good.
here
It's
we
a
go.
reputable book, man. Wait, should I finish it?
No, man,
No?
no.
All right,
Just
bet.
show him a picture. Just
Hey
show him a
guys,
picture,
check it
man.
out. This is an example what happens in real time when snow bunnies come to attack you, bro. You got to be careful, man. Like hot to a girl, man. You got to be careful, bro.
Snow buddies don't have to be attractive, I guess.
They don't. Just got to do it, man. All right, cool.
All right, next super chat. What we got here? 6/18/1992, male from Georgia. That's a good place for you to live, Monkey State. And wife, 12/5/1987. So what we have here? We have a blah 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 blah. We have a 33/6, and we have a 9 life path. So you know it's interesting. You know how I always talk about 9s are very attracted to beauty. That's like the biggest thing. And who are the most beautiful? People born on the 5th. And this woman's born on the 5th. So I'm assuming you're a guy with a bag and you got yourself a nice girl, man. Here's what it comes down to, my friend. It's a decent match, but it basically comes down to you. 9s are extremely adaptive. They can change on people very, very quickly. You know, one of my friends, he was with the same girl for 6 years. With her every single day. She was a 9 life path. He left her for about 2 weeks to go visit, you know, his family and stuff like that. He came back. She's already, you know, with someone else.
Dude.
So nines
surprised.
can switch up very quickly. So it more depends on you than her. But looking at this relationship, I don't think it's bad. I mean, you know, your girl is high maintenance. That's for sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be taken care of in a certain way. She thinks she's better than people. And by the way she looks, she probably, you know, most people probably agree with it. She's always going to look young for her age. And quite frankly, she's going to get a bag no matter what, bro. So either it's going to be from you or someone else. It is what it is.
Gary, what's a good birthday? Like, okay, for example, what's a perfect girl for a guy? I know it depends
No
on,
such thing.
of course. No such thing.
That's a perfect girl.
Well, not
They're
perfect,
all
but like
fucked up in the head, bro.
What's
Yeah.
the more, I guess, pure?
Like the opposite of the 25th, like
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
that's
So,
the
so
worst.
there's a couple ways to go about this. Okay, if you want a very feminine woman, a woman who's not gonna shout back, a woman who's not gonna be in your face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get your notepads out, kids, man. We're changing the world here.
put this
You
on
want to
the
find a
notes.
woman born in the 2nd. First good thing about a woman born in the 2nd, she will be subservient. Second thing about a woman born in the 2nd, she's going to have that very feminine hourglass body that people like, man. Women born in the 2nd just basically have it like that. Now, say you want an intelligent woman. You know, some people do. You know, it is what it is. Not that many of them. It's slim pickings. But if you want an intelligent woman, that's gonna be a woman born on the 7th, 16th, 25th. If you want a woman who's about that bag, say you want to build together, and you want a woman who you're gonna build with. You want a woman born on the 28th or a woman born on the 8th, 17th, 26th. Say you want a woman who is just funny as hell, bro. Like a fucking comedian. A comedian starts with C. C is the third letter. Why? Because people like Chris Rock, people like Roseanne Barr have that 3 energy. And women born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th, they're extremely funny. Say you want a woman who's like a athlete. Say you want a woman with a ripped ass body.
Yeah.
Then you want to find a woman born on the 11th or the 22nd. Most female bodybuilders are born on the 22nd. 22 is the number of the master builder. So there's a lot of things, you know, that people like, what exactly do you want? Because you don't find everything out there. Say you want a woman who's just going to be a good housewife. Say you want a woman who, you know, you don't give a fuck about looks. You just want someone who's loyal, who's going to watch the kids.
Take care of the kids.
Find someone born on the 6th, 15th, 24th. It's honestly that simple,
So
pimp.
4 energy wouldn't bring good housewives?
I mean,
With the
yeah, but it's not the same thing as a 6 because 6s tend to be more loyal.
Okay.
So a 4, a woman who's a 4 can be materialistic, and she might leave you with someone who has a bigger bag.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That game never ends, bro.
Yeah.
Especially here in Miami, is always the biggest spender.
Yeah.
And there is an L, bro. Real quick. Oh my God, man. It's just on YouTube? On Streamlabs? Yo, thank you, bro. Yo, shout out to OIG for donating $100 Don DeMarco for you, bro. Can you hear that?
I don't.
Okay. Yo, appreciate the streams. He's a male, October 5th, 97.
October 5th, 1997.
Yes.
So you're born in the ox year, man. This is a good year for you, brother. Anyone who's born in the ox year is going to thrive. Well, not anyone, but most people born in ox years thrive in snake years because it's good at friends. I already talked about how people born in ox years are thriving this year. You're born in the 5th, brother. You can't stay in one place for too long. You got to be on the go, man. And quite frankly, your biggest problem isn't getting women. It's deciding which one you want to sleep with. You know, this is a guy who is a double 5 life path. He must be beating him off with a stick, quite frankly. When I look at people with this type of birthday, if they want to be good entertainers, they can be. You know, networking. This is something that someone like this would be very good at. Quite frankly, your greatest gift is your ability to look at people and tell if they're lying or telling the truth by their body language. Some people, like Scorpios, look in your eyes and tell if you're lying. Other people do it by body language. Me, I do it by energy. There's so many different ways to come to the same conclusion. And that's the beauty of this planet, man. If you're like, for instance, one of the things is astrology's here, numerology's here, but there's some things in numerology and astrology that overlap, and that just tells you how strong and good the energy is.
Well said. All right.
Oh, we got another one.
There we go.
Okay.
Guys-
Hold on. Let me go back
real
to
quick.
one.
Again, if you want to donate to the show, it's $98 from Gary's channel, GG33. And of course, guys, for call-ins, you can do that as well. Put the last 4 of your phone number for $200. $189 on the super chat as well. And then for us, again, freshstart.tv within the Streamlabs for donations as well.
Okay. Let's see. The woman solo came back and she's like 552, not 360. 552 is in Florida. Florida's a good place for you. There's no doubt about it, man. As a matter of fact, I almost went to some kind of zoo retreat in like an hour away, like the other day with the kids. Florida's a good location for you. I would not move. The only better location in the United States of America would be Georgia for you because a monkey would probably do best in a monkey state, unless you come down all the way to Miami because monkeys do thrive down here. Ask Fresh. She's done nothing but thrive down here.
Yo, bring up the image real quick on Telegram, Bills. So speaking of thriving in Miami, I've made so many connections here when it comes to not only girls, but business, guys that have like a lot of vision, artists here.
Yeah.
And it's funny because being in Miami is either you haves or have nots.
Yep.
Like, okay, it used to be middle class, but that's just done with now, bro. That's just gone out the window. And it's funny because either you come here with the focus to make it,
Yep.
or you're going to get broken and go back home. A lot of people come to Miami, party, do drugs, get caught up in lifestyle, and then they're gone.
Out of here.
People come for school, caught up in lifestyle, they're gone. So for me, I feel like I've been here for 12 years now, and my network of guys that are here as well, they're all winners, bro, in their own right. And I see a lot of these guys here started with me at the very beginning, and they see me network, getting collaborations, getting Zoom calls. So this is why I love Miami. And Gary's right. I'm where I'm supposed to be because I thrive here every single day. And being outside, meet people that are good, genuine people, to me is the best feeling ever. So networking to me is one of one. I think is the best skill you could have. And again, it works for me because I'm a monkey, right? So
sounds like the distractions are the biggest problem, though.
Mario, I need to talk to you, brother, because this is your third super chat, bro. And
hold on, don't DeMarco for Mario, bro.
He's got another one. Read this one off, man. He's got some bullshit this time, bro.
Mario, bro. Super Mario is your new name, bro.
Mario, dude.
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
All right, he says, I am a 7/23/1989. Correction on that. What the bro? What?
He didn't even give me the right birthday, bro.
This guy, bro.
So everything I told you about you and her being that good together, now it's out the window, Pip. She's a 1991. She's a GOAT. That's an apex predator, bro. Remember I told you last time about the goats, man? How the goats are the best looking? Yo, I know this guy's got it back. So let me tell you about this goat, okay? So this goat right here, she is 8/18/1991. Yo, same thing I said. She's going to get her bag either way, bro. But, yeah, bro. She's going to get you. She's going to get you good, man. Listen. This is an apex predator, bro. She knows how to fucking play men for a freaking living. And she won't do it physically. She'll do it with a fucking smile. Wow. That's how fucking goats do it. Yo, watch out for this one, man. She's going to get her bag either way.
Are very slick. They come to you, and they charm you very well. I know some goats won to let go off the team because we saw what they were trying to do. So again, ghosts tricky, man. Don't play with them at all, bro. They'll fuck you up for sure with charm.
Yo, dude, man. Find yourself. You're born 89, okay? So find yourself a woman born 93. That's why I like the 93, man. I thought that was a good match for you, bro. If you want to rob the cradle a little bit, go all the way down to 97, bro. You good with that. But here's what you got to do. Be within your trine. Snakes are supposed to be with roosters and oxes. If you motherfuckers listen to me instead of your priests, your imams, your rabbis, and all that other religious nonsense, you wouldn't have a 70-80% divorce rate. It is what it is.
Yo, by the way, goats, man, are scary because they kiss ass. Pause. They actually will bootlick you all the way to finesse you. Damn. And you know the scary part? You don't ever see it coming. So I am very listen, bro. This numerology stuff I'm new to, but I'm learning, and I see the pattern. I'm like, bro, I go network. I see this. I'm like, yo, this nigga's a goat. She's a goat. Trying to finesse me, bro. But now I know the plan. See, I had a feeling before. I didn't know what it was. I just okay, now this is a finesse here. But now I know the reason behind it.
And they do it with the smile, bro.
Bro,
they're so charming. Like, they're so charming. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. That's how they get you.
All right, bro. Listen. Give me the next birthday. Birthday next time.
Joseph,
come on, bro.
From Rumble. Shout out to you, bro, Don DeMarco, for supporting. $100. Reading for my son. June 10th, 2017.
June 12th, 2017.
June 10th, 2017. 10.
Okay, no problem. What we have there is a rooster. And the thing about roosters is they go head first into everything, bro. Diplomatic, tact. If they don't like you, you're going to know it. If they like you, you have a friend for life. They're extremely loyal people, and they always will be in that regard. People who are roosters get along best with snakes. This is snake year, so even though the kid's young, this is a good year for him to do, maybe he wants to join the football team. Maybe he wants to, be more in the athletic game. Whatever it is, it's hard to tell people at a young age what to do and stuff like that. But, typically people who are roosters do very, very well in this. And by the way, my first child's a snake. My first child's a snake, man. I did the same thing as Donald Trump, man. Damn. Donald Trump's first child is Don Jr. He's born in the snake year. His last child is Barron, born in the dog year. My first child's a snake. My last child is a dog. I don't plan on having any more kids. Not because I'm not capable, but because, two, I fulfilled my quota as a white person to repopulate the planet. Yeah, 2. Like I have to put 2 kids in the planet. You know, there's my wife and me. That's 2. So I have to replenish with 2. You know, I'm not like all these other people who don't have kids and start complaining about immigrants taking over their jobs and stuff like that. Maybe you should have more kids.
See,
Hey,
he had
man.
a second one too.
Maybe they will soon. But this is what I always say. Dom, we slacking, brother.
What's about that?
We need some mixed babies, bro.
Well, yeah,
we need to.
we late.
We need to actually push our legacy further, bro.
He wants those
Harder in
snow
Miami,
buddies.
but you've been here.
You want those snow buddies.
You've been here 12 years, bro. It's a little bit harder here, though.
No, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like, dude. Okay, so you know what's funny, bro? Niggas get on my ass because they're like, "Oh, bro, you almost got to get pregnant." Nigga, I've been avoiding this shit for 12 years, bro. This ain't nothing
Go.
new to me.
Go.
But you know what's crazy? When you don't want to give them what they want.
Yeah.
Did you find her birthday?
Oh shit, nah. I don't know the exact birthday because
What year?
Oh, wait. Hold on, give me 1 second. I got it. But I'm saying this because I understand what it is. You know what girls do, bro? They find a guy that can provide for them, be the placeholder for their needs, and then they go do what they want.
Transition
Nah, bruh.
champion.
I ain't even trying to play a game like that because
Yeah.
I know what it is. Because you know what happened, bro? So many options. Bro, look at a girl's phone. I promise you, it'll red pill you 100%.
Yeah.
Look at her DMs. Look at her text messages. Bro, actually, we got a clip actually coming up very soon. You will not believe, bro. She walks from this street to that street in Brickell. She got 5 phone numbers. Swear to God. Then what happens is
Thirsty
hold on.
motherfuckers.
One's a doctor.
Man, damn.
One's a dentist. One's a lawyer.
Gynecologist.
One's a scammer. One's a nigga with some bread, maybe a celebrity low key. And it's like, wait a minute. I can talk to all these guys and still have a boyfriend? Game on. And that's what they do. So dating here, bro, especially in a major city, is never that simple. And once you understand what it really is, you're like, oh, she's amazing. She's pure.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't understand how many guys she has backed up in her phone and in social media. Before she even leaves the house, bro, she's being bombarded with DMs, Snapchats, and texts. Offers out the wazoo. I'll fly you here. I'll pay your rent. Nigga, who are you? But she meets you. Oh, this guy's reliable. He's an option.
You're a meal
I can
ticket, bro.
use him because they've already been burnt by all the dudes.
Yeah.
So you're just coming in like, oh, I'll save her. Nah, nigga, she don't want to be saved.
Not at all.
So,
Just want the bill saved.
Bills, if you don't mind, pull up the one with the girl with the text messages real quick. That one's actually pretty good. It should be one of the last ones. But this is an example of a girl in New York, right? Should be in Takeover. Nah, yeah, that one. There you go. Wait, it's gone? Oh, they took it down, bro. Oh, you know why? Because that people's phone numbers in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bro, this girl, bro, made a post on TikTok showing. Actually, do we have the video still? The video's only on our stream. It is on our stream. Damn it, bro. In any case, she showed a number of texts from random guys. One guy, his name was Dean. Another was a doctor. And all this is from one day. Texting her like, oh, you want to link up here? And I'm like, dude, this is the average girl. She ain't even that bad. Simple white girl. So imagine you want to white these chicks up?
Yeah.
Bro, niggas probably in your community already smashed.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
This is your girl? Nigga, we about to roast you, nigga.
Bro, I just moved here like a week and a half ago, and I see that. I was just telling the fellas here. I said, we all talking to the same women, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they have to be here alone.
How do you think?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everyone got the same
Here's
girl.
some backstory. How do you think me and Myron met? Smashed in the same.
No, stop.
Damn, that's
Bro,
crazy.
nigga, we didn't know.
Damn, wow.
Bro, we're using the same dating apps, the same websites, and we're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. You know this chick? Yeah, I know her. You hit. Nigga, I hit too.
Damn, what? This
Bro,
thing's
so
crazy.
imagine we are part of 1%. But then again, his niggas are part of 0.1%.
Yeah.
Them niggas smashing everything. And I know a bunch of them because we go sometimes to the club. It's like, bro, yeah, I hit that one, but she with a dude. Or she got a boyfriend, she got a husband. Dude, it's scary out here, bro.
Yeah.
And they don't know. They got dogged out by us. But we just sit there like, this nigga don't know. Cooked.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna give you a simple way to figure out if she's been ran through or not. All right, it's real simple, bro. You go by her, you give her a hug, then you pick her up like this, and then when you pick her up, if it then starts, smell.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You know what that means, right? When it smells?
pH? Is that the pH shit?
It is, but like, you know why though?
Yeah, I know why. Yeah,
Because niggas been
they not.
spreading the
A
seed.
woman is not
They're not
supposed
letting
to
that go. They're
have
letting it all
sex
go.
with more than one man in a 28-day cycle.
Yeah.
The woman female reproductive cycle goes with the moon cycles. It's all matched to 28 days. If you have more than one partner in that 28-day cycle and that semen from 2 different motherfuckers matches inside of you, you will smell like fish.
Damn.
Yeah, it's,
Y'all niggas dirty, man. Y'all niggas dirty, man. For real. All right, what's the next one, bro? I promise you, though, that's Miami special.
so this right here is the death of America, bro. You got Lily Phillips hosting an event.
Speaking of being dirty, dude. Sorry, Don. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh yeah, he hosted an event. Same one that had slept with like 1,000 dudes. Now the guys that's showing up now, they're wearing masks because it's obvious. Anytime people go to smash on her, they go viral. So now they're reacting by wearing the mask to go smash. I find it weird, Fresh, just because I seen what appeared to be a decrease in wholeness in America when Fresh and Fit started to exist. I did. But it seems like the hoes are now, they're fighting back. Like their natural instinct is fighting back against extinction. They're doing shit, bro, that hoes never did before.
Dom, this is what you call a super thought. Back in the day, it was just thoughts. This is super thought.
This shit
These
evolving.
niggas, bro, will kill you. They're lethal. You know why? They don't just start at the baseline. They start at the very top. And this is scary because these niggas are happily saying, oh, motherfuck this chick. Bro, this is the death of America. These women are selling us a dream. This is not possible. This will never have the highlight of what men want to do, but they can't do. Look at these, dude, they're fucking incels probably.
Yeah, it's almost
Probably.
like, man, what we got now in America. You got women
Probably.
you got women that's turned men into betas because they've denied them the access. They've denied them access of having their body, and now they're desperate. They're willing to do anything. It's like they broke them down to make them submissive for them and their needs.
Yeah.
Yo, the Rothschilds did a number on these people, bro. And the worst thing that ever happened was the 19th Amendment, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. August 18th, 1920 was the worst day in American history because ever since then, the women stopped cooking and the beta male started.
Yeah.
You know what's scary as well? Women from overseas come to America and they're like, wow, your girls don't cook, they don't clean, they're ratchet, and they want to find a husband?
And they're whores.
I'm going to take your man right now. And what happens is they come from overseas, take an American guy, and then it goes like, why am I still single? Why is he just fucking me? Because you're not even worth wife material, bro.
Yeah.
And then here's the worst part. They don't learn. Accountability, foreign to them until they get too old.
Yep.
And they got buy their own drinks at the bar. But again, shout out to Donovan Sharp for that. But dude, it's crazy because these women, bro, want the impossible. And when they don't get it, oh, it's the world's problem. It's not my fault. Dude, come on, man. Be real here. But again, this whole lineup that was there, niggas showed their faces, bro. Yo, Nick, bro, I promise the poster child of sleeping with a super thought. Nigga.
These people have no self-respect. They don't give a fuck, bro, as long as they're hitting.
True.
They don't care, man.
But that's the scary part, bro. America has gone to the level where this is team as normal. And you know what's crazy? I guarantee you, next coming years, wifing up OnlyFans girls is gonna be normal.
Damn.
I'm telling you, bro, because I'm telling you.
I didn't know if it'd be normal. I
Wife
thought
up
something
a
like,
OnlyFans girl.
see, what I expected to start seeing is more suicides from like kids in school. I didn't know it normalized.
Wife up a
bad, man.
OnlyFans girl, bro.
Bro, listen. I'll admit, I had my fun. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool moment, whatever. All right, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit, I did that shit in private. These niggas are doing it publicly.
publicly.
Like, look at me.
Yo, chat, man. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're. Oh, actually, for this one, give me a 9 in the chat if you're a simp but you'd wife up a OnlyFans.
Man.
Bro, give me that 9. I want to see how many actual simps are in this chat, and you would like give away your self-respect as a man just so you can go down.
But Gary, what's worse? Wifing up a woman with a child or a woman with OnlyFans? What's worse?
Damn.
I thought that's the same thing. Like, what the fuck?
The same shit. Oh, man.
Listen, man. Dating nowadays is hard, guys. It's even harder now with social media and.
All right, we got to do some super chats. We need to catch up, man.
Yep, there we
Okay,
go.
what's going on? Gary, huge fan, appreciate it. 623, 1998, Tiger 11. Born in Vietnam. Congratulations. Currently living in Sydney. See, all you people complain about immigration, man. They're immigrating all the way countries, bro. It's not just America, bro. It is not just Canada. Just started pursuing my journey online. coaching. Okay, so you're basically an online coach, fitness, and what the fuck is this? All right, limited beliefs has been the biggest.
That's a lot of text, bro.
God damn. Okay. So as an 11, you do have that it quality. Logan Paul is an 11. Aiden Ross is born on the 11th. I Show Speed's an 11. So for someone who's an 11 and they have that 23 energy, like my man over here, Dom, Zerk is born on the 23rd. A lot of people who are entertainers are born on the 23rd. So you have the perfect energy to be an entertainer. So whatever you do, it makes sense for you to be in the spotlight, especially in social media. Now, you said fitness trainer. You're a 1998 Tiger. That's exactly what Tigers should do. They should be a fitness trader. This is what Tigers basically live for, man. They're the crazy bodybuilders. It is what it is. So when it comes down to you, yeah, I think entertaining and being in the media spotlight should be a good thing. Let's see. Anything else? I want to achieve financial freedom. Don't we all, my friend? Basically become the best of the best. And if you can't be the best of the best, find a way to be useful to people around you who are the best of the best.
Yes.
That's how you get it, bro.
You know what's funny about what you just said, bro? You may not be the smartest, the tallest.
Speak for yourself.
Nah, nigga, I'm pretty smart. You may not be the biggest guy online, but if you can surround yourself with people that are doing that and doing well, you can still win. And listen, you don't have to be first. You can be second and still win. But all again, it's perspective and being humble, because at the end of the day, guys, not everyone can be a winner. But you can be next to a winner.
Let me ask you something fresh. Actually, I'll ask Dom this. Do you think a man who drives a $400,000 Ferrari could be humble?
I do believe so.
I asked him, man.
Yeah, I believe so, because it can be a personal want. It's about the people that brag about it. I mean, you got Floyd Mayweather, man.
Okay.
Niggas like Floyd. It's
Hold on.
See how the Christians they bond together, man. You see how this works.
Hold on.
He's humble. He's humble.
Let me ask you this, right? Out of everyone you know online that brags about what they got, do I brag?
No, you
Actually, I look dumber on camera on purpose.
What?
It's very humbling. Hold on. If you want to look at it in this point of view, think about this. I actually look lower online than I do in person. And even though it sounds kind of crazy, it works in my favor, because now I'm not seeing it as something serious.
It breaks the ice.
It breaks the ice. So also, keep it in mind as well, yes, I get it. The cars, the lifestyle, but it's for motivation. And it's funny, my guys that came to the meetup Saturday, they had their first drive in a Lamborghini because of me. And what does that do? Open up doors for you. So, for example, you've been in Lambo, you can feel it, touch it. All right, this is possible.
Yeah.
If he can do it, why can't I do it? And that's the biggest thing. If I can do it, why the fuck can't you do it?
He's a monkey in a monkey city. What about you, Pip?
I'm just saying. So, listen, bro. You don't have to be the brightest. You just need to be in the room.
Okay.
Once in the room, you can make it work from there.
I feel that. Okay. Next super chat. Gary, myself, a dad, 11/17/1985. Okay. We have. All right. Let's go down to you, my friend. You're an ox. You're also born on the 17th. So people who are born on the 17th have to go out there and hustle with the money, bro. And here's the thing with the people born on the 17th, bro. Once you have that bag, don't go all in anymore. So many people with the 8 energy make that mistake as, I just flipped 100,000. I made 2 million. Let's try to flip that 2 million into 50 million, and they lose it all. And then they have to start the rat trap all over again. So once you actually have it, slow down a little bit. All right, your son's 826. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Fresh. Look at this. So the dad is born on the 17th. His kid is born on the 26th. Other kid's born on the 8th. You see how a rich dad has 2 sons who are born on the 8 energy, because they're meant to feel that prosperity in life. Yeah. And people with the 8 energy go up and down with money. So it is what it is. So looking at your son born in the 2017, he's going to be the much more loyal big brother. The kid born in 2020, he's going to do his own thing as he gets older. Rats leave the nest very young in a young age. But I mean, you have a family of people who are going to make money, bro. It's all money related. It's all karma related. I like it. You live in New Zealand. I don't know too much about New Zealand, but that's what the Q app's for. My man, time to play a commercial by today's sponsor, Q Studios.
There we go.
We're going to work in the timing a little bit better.
It's coming. It's coming.
Now I can do the Jeopardy thing, man. I'm interesting when I do it too. Okay, that's about all we can do there. There we go.
There we go.
And we're back at Q Studios. Thanks for today's sponsor, Q, the best numerology astrology app out there by far. And how do I know? It's based off my knowledge. Of course, it's the best.
Shout out to Q, man.
It is what it is. Okay, we talked to my man in New Zealand. All that ate, it is money related, no doubt. Let's see. We'll get back to the super chats in a little bit. Got a few more left. Go ahead, guys.
All right. So this one here is from Fight Videos. So desperate driver runs over repo man to avoid repossession. So I don't know, but you guys, but like car repos are on a high. It's been this way for a while, and ever since they stopped the hold on people paying their mortgages and paying rent, people's cars are being getting repossessed. If you realize. So funny enough, this person is just doing his job, and this happens to him, which is crazy. But here we go.
Oh shit! God damn!
We can stop it there.
Now, hold on. I want to see if he gets up.
That's just crazy.
Does he
bro.
actually get up?
Oh,
That's crazy. Bro.
Hey, man. Hey, you got a hazardous job, my man.
That's wild.
And you still can't get out. You're gonna break a guy's hand over some fucking bullshit,
still
fucking
trying to
Ford.
leave?
And he's gonna be sued.
he's still trying to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, he got back up on his feet. He ain't that hurt. And take one for the team, brother.
That nigga broke his head.
Take one for the team. He ain't that hurt, bro. He ain't that hurt, bro. He's capping.
That shit stinking.
So remember that show, South Beach Show, back in the day
Yeah, with Bernice.
with Bernice? Listen, bro. This is not even close to what they used to do. But again, this person didn't pay their car payment. Can't afford the car probably. And listen, this is not even an expensive car, but they're doing this shit, and they wonder why they're where they're at. They're gonna be sued, by the way. And I think this is gonna be a problem because a lot of Americans, bro, can't pay their car notes. So
that's true.
it's gonna happen a lot more.
Yo, I mean, listen, Fresh, man. I understand people need to make money, but, you know, to be a repo man, it's one thing to be a repo man in, like, sunny Isles, you know what I'm saying? Someone's laid on a paycheck, you go there, you know, you take their BMW or whatever, but to be a repo man
In the
and
hood?
go to the hood,
Oh, bro.
yo, you
It's
talk,
over.
come on, man. You will be going to a funeral home. So, I mean, he's lucky he didn't get shot at, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so he got off easy there, bro.
That's crazy. All right.
So, probably the craziest story of the day. 402 acres of land in Texas was purchased by Muslims to build an Islamic city that will govern itself. It's called the East Plano Islamic Center, or EPIC. Recently purchased 402 acres of property in North Josephine near the intersections of Country Roads 850 and 695 to build development on. A criminal probe was launched on the project after Texas residents demanded that the government investigate due to the concerns. The first Muslim elected official in Texas history said the attack on the project is a violation of religious freedom. He claims, "I'm here to fight for every Texan's right of religious freedom." Bojani said, "I'm also a real estate attorney." He claims, "I know a lot of developments in North Texas, and this exactly mimics it, the Epic City." So he claims there's nothing illegal about it. The idea, Epic City, came from the idea of building a master plan neighborhood that would be for all generations. Their vision is to build the inclusive community for everyone. I don't think that we would be here today at this very early stage if there were plans to float around for a master plan community with the place of worship. And it's cut off right here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Listen, this isn't Europe. You're not going to overrun us over here. Okay. Listen, when Gaddafi fell in 2015, he was the only person who was keeping the immigrants away from Europe. once he went away, once he was taken out by Obama and all those guys, all of a sudden the immigrants can start flowing into Europe. That's why they started flowing in 2015. It was about 10 years ago, and now you see the ramifications of this.
Yeah.
There's more and more Muslims. See, the Muslims don't actually fight wars the way white people and black people do with actual weapons, because they don't actually do very good at those wars.
Yeah.
The Ottoman Empire and all the Muslim caliphates have been taking L's for about a century, okay? They don't actually fight wars like that. The way they fight wars is with their women. They're like baby factories. They start having one woman will have 4 kids in 3 years. Once she's pregnant, the one pops out, there she's getting knocked up again. And they start having more and more kids until they change the demographics of a nation. And then they start talking about, we want this, we want this, we want this. This is how they fight a war. They do it through women. As Muammar Gaddafi said, we will beat them through our wombs. This is how they do it. So again, I'm not preaching for Islam or against Islam. I am telling you how they want to conquer the world.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm not against Islam, but I'm just against the city as a whole. I mean, there's just too many ramifications, bro, if us having a problem. You could have terrorists come there and view it as a safe haven. I mean, they got a city by themselves, because once you allow that city to be built, they can now have the narrative that anyone that investigates is racist. They even doing it now, as you can see. As soon as they started to build it or get the plans to set it, they're starting to accuse people of being racist for being concerned. What happens when they build that city?
So this city itself, is it illegal for them to do this?
From what it seems, no, it's not illegal. Only illegal if they do things like immigration fraud or use it to store drugs, human trafficking, etc. like that.
And no one's accusing them of that.
Yeah,
Just to be very clear.
Listen, my thing is, we've already got a bunch of mosques here, churches here. Let them do it, bro.
I mean, you have too many mosques, you start having problems, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
You start having problems. You have too many mosques. You start having problems, bro. Listen, I'm actually one of those guys who should support Sharia law. I think women should be covered up. I think that would solve so many problems in the United States of America if that happened. I just don't want the Islam to go with it. I don't believe in your God. I don't believe in Allah. But just because I don't believe in Allah doesn't mean I'm going to cheat on my wife or I'm going to steal. Because I believe in some of the qualities of the Bible. I believe in some of the qualities of the Quran. But I don't have to worship to your false gods to actually get the same results. See, here's the thing I'm going to tell you, Fresh. No one who fears will pass through the gates. And what I mean by that is, if you only do good things because you fear punishment, nah, brother, that's not the way. You have to do the right thing because you want to do the right thing. If you only do the right thing out of fear, you're never going to get into heaven or whatever else you believe in. Yeah. And I'm telling you the way it actually works.
I think people of America won't like this because to them it's going to be like, all right, this right here is a direct attack on us, the people.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, at the same time, they have the right to because, hey, they're citizens as well. They're from America. They can do what they want. But my argument is, okay, this is not illegal. Who's going to stop them? Like, who can actually stop them? Because it's not illegal, is it?
You can do things like pass zoning laws.
Yeah.
You can do things to make sure things aren't built at a certain level to keep the mosques out. There's ways to do this.
So let's say we did a Christian version of this. Would you want that to be stopped too?
So only time I would want it to be stopped if it was like Christians from Sweden or Denmark. You got Denmark Christians coming down here to have their own safe haven. I don't approve of that either because they're going to look out for themselves. It's not about the fact that they're Muslims. It's the fact that a lot of the people that will inhabit that city, they confirm, would be migrants. And it's just people that don't have this country best interest at heart. If you come from a different country, you come to a country that really I wouldn't care if they Muslim or Swedish. It's just the fact that you have a lot of foreigners in a condensed area that's working in their own self-interest.
Yeah, listen, I know you guys are going to disagree, but listen, to the Muslims out there, I know what you guys are going to say. 2 Christians and a Jew arguing against mosque. I get it, man. You can say it. It's all good. This is the beauty of this country, man. Freedom is to say this. See how this works?
Look at the UK.
Yeah.
but
Muslim country, dude.
But hold on. This is where I want to put
London
this
stand.
out there as well. Listen, I got family as Muslim, half Christian, half Muslim.
Allah Akbar.
And I think they should have the freedom to do what they want. However, I see people's concern because I get it. This is going to be maybe issue because people feel that they're going to be doing things that they don't like behind the scenes. Understandable. But at the same time, I understand it. You're American, America first. understandable. But they don't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, once they get to about 30-40% of the population, then they start. Here's the common thing with the Muslims. They have the same playbook. What they do is they try to form an alliance with the left, with the leftists, so they can say they're racist and all this stuff. And once they actually take power, they get rid of the left. And we can see this with Iran, 1979, when the revolt started against the Shah in 1978. What happened? The leftists and the Islamics formed the coalition. And then as soon as the Islamics took power, the leftists were like, oh, wait a second, we're going to create a government, a constitution. No, none of that happened. Line them up against the wall. That's what happened. So every single time is the same playbook by the Muslims. They go in there and they start aligning themselves with the left. And you see this because most Muslims in this country happen to be Democrats. So this is exactly where it comes from, which is interesting because if you look at Muslim values, they tend to be very conservative. But because they come over here, they start that racism nonsense, all that garbage. It is what it is. Remember, if we were in a Muslim country, we couldn't say any of this.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
You literally lose your tongue.
And we'll get to the super chats in about a few minutes. We're about 4 behind. We'll get there, man.
We got you guys.
You can ran through me all you want.
All right. We got as well.
So we did this one.
Speaking of ran through, what's up, Ashley?
So it's just Elon Musk's response. Everyone's been talking about. He said he don't know if the child is his or not with Ashley St. Clair. No court order is needed, despite not, which is crazy because at first she claims that she just wanted privacy and the safety of her child. And she also is accusing Elon Musk of slashing about 60% of her payments after she made statements against Musk. So pretty much,
shut the hell up, bitch.
I mean,
he won't slash your payments.
He's pretty generous.
Yeah,
I mean,
generous
if you
as
think
shit.
about it, bro, he don't know that's his kid or not. So he's being pretty generous to you. So I would think that you'd be happy at least on that front. And again, does he have to get a DNA test?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has to.
No.
So being a big dog, he don't have to. I mean,
Yeah, you don't have to.
listen, bro. This is an example of someone that wants something for somebody. They didn't get it, and now they're mad.
Yeah.
So now they want to speak
She
out.
did this on Valentine's. I mean, it all started out on like Valentine's Day too. So I mean, yeah, she was bitter
And-
that he was with someone else.
I heard she called the paparazzi to show up
Yeah,
to her
she did.
Carvana
Yeah.
coming for the car, the Tesla.
Oh yeah, so
And a little press conference about it. I'm like, dude, that's weird,
Yeah,
man.
she
Like,
did,
are you TMZ? What's wrong with you,
yeah,
bro?
that's some Kim Kardashian shit, bro. It
That's
does.
weird, man.
And she's not even. She's always been clout chasing, but it's just the fact of how quick she's transitioned to this level of clout chasing, like this celebrity level clout chasing,
Bro,
calling the paparazzi.
I think she got a simp in her backpack, powering her up to do all this bullshit, bro.
Some shit that makes sense. Yeah, because it.
You got to be some dude out there that's
The
like,
whole
oh,
approach changed. Yeah, it's more like I could say it's more professional. You can see it's desperate,
Yeah.
but it's more professional. Regular Twitter influencers, I'm telling you right now, they don't know how to fucking contact a paparazzi to pull up.
I'm
for a
telling
show,
you,
for a
bro.
meet. So she's definitely with somebody.
someone's coaching her, bro. Somebody.
I agree.
All right. Next one, and then super chats.
So Star Wars actor John Bodega is getting some backlash from mainly conservative audiences for claiming that a lot of fans of the franchise are racist white elitists, fans of the Star Wars franchise.
Listen, I met this guy in Vegas.
You did,
He's a
I remember.
Damn cool guy. Like, humble, low key, not braggadocious. Actually, I remember meeting him, right? I'm like, oh, good to meet you, bro. And I was like, he looks kind of familiar, but I don't know why he looks familiar. He just,
It was
you know,
at the Fontainebleau, right?
Fontainebleau, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
were
was
there too, right?
I was there.
Yeah. So we met him, and then we hung out for like a day or two because we had some mutual friends. And I'm like, I was like, bro, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, don't worry about it, bro. I was like, man, you look familiar. Anyhow, so we're walking through Bellagio, and this girl's like, oh, can I get a photo with you? I'm like,
I thought she was talking to you, Fresh.
yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. To him? I was like, nigga, what do you do? I was like, bruh. Then he's like, oh, I do movies. I'm like, that's who you are. But super humble guy. And he made a point. He spoke about this. Actually, it's funny. Sneaker was there. He spoke about how in Star Wars, him being black had a major effect. And it's funny because the whole industry itself, he ain't lying, bro. It's mainly for, white people.
Yeah.
I get the backlash he's getting because
Why? Just because stormtroopers are all white?
I don't know. Well, the history, like in Skywalker, all the main
Yeah, they're all
characters.
The main character is Darth Vader. He's in a black suit.
Yeah.
Of course they representing your people. Stop.
Hold on, but he's portrayed as a bad guy. Notice, right?
I mean, it's reality, right?
Listen, bad, bruh. Listen, at the end of the day, though, I understand his gripe because he's fighting a battle he can't really win against elitists. So
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro. But he's a cool guy in person, though.
He got a different, he got a different perspective of it.
Listen. I understand we met this guy, and yes, everything Fresh said was true. But sometimes, people who are in the spotlight for a while need to get their name back in the media. Maybe this is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to the super chats because
Right,
we're kind of like a little behind on those. So let me catch up.
Kind
on
of? We definitely are, man.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm only one person.
Thanks for all the support,
Okay,
guys.
I don't even know where the hell I'm at this point.
So we got a chats here on GG and also Rumble as well. We'll do GG.
All right, let's start backwards. I'm a male and a twin born 4/8/2002. So here's the thing. You got to tell me if you're the first or the second because that makes a difference. The first twin is usually the alpha. The second twin is usually a beta. Now, what does that actually mean? Does that mean the second twin's always a bitch? Of course not. What that basically means is if you compare both of them, the first one's going to be always more alpha. It doesn't mean the second one isn't alpha. It just means the first one is going to be the main one. So the main twin is usually the alpha. Second one's usually the beta.
Is that 1 and 2 energy? The male
Correct.
and female
Correct.
energy?
You're getting it. It is what it is. As a person, you're a 5 life path. No, I'm sorry. You're a 7 life path, which means you're extremely intelligent. You're also born in the horse year. So you have those Ted Kaczynski type of things where you want to be left the fuck alone. People who are 7s and horses, they want to live in the woods by themselves, leave me the fuck alone type of vibe. Congratulations. You're going to be a very rich man. So it's not going to happen for a while, but it's going to be there. Lastly, anyone who's born on the 8th is going to be up and down with money, but always watch your karma. That's the one thing I always tell people with the 8 energy. If you're born on the 8th, 17, 26, especially the 26th, watch your karma. It's like a boomerang with you guys. It is what it is. Next year is your year, brother. Horses on top next year. Next one, 2/19/1989. Money advice network, brother. That's my money advice to you. Anyone who's a 3, network. That is how 3s get ahead, okay? 5s get ahead by exploiting their looks. That's how 5s get ahead in life. 7s get ahead by exploiting their intellect. 8s get ahead by exploiting money. 9s get ahead. I'm still trying to figure that one out. 1s get ahead by being leaders. But when it comes to 3s, you guys get ahead by being networkers. So that's exactly what you should do. You're born in the year of the snake, brother. It's a snake year. Go out there, whether you want to or not, and get it done. By the way, you're also in a 3-year cycle. So not only are you a 3, but you're in a 3-year cycle. So whether you want to or not, go out to those parties this year. Go out to those events. I'm going to be very clear. When I came out here and I was doing podcasts with OnlyFans whores, you think I enjoyed that shit? I came from Cleveland, Ohio, man. I didn't want to fucking be anywhere near these things. I mean, bro, I was taking showers, all sorts of shit. And I didn't even touch these women, bro. I did not enjoy that, but I did what I had to do in the very beginning, coming here to Florida, so I can end up at this table right now. So I'm telling you, guy, go out there and network. Go ahead, Fresh.
Gary, did anyone give you a handout when you first came here?
No.
You know what's funny? People come to Florida or they come to a major city, like, you know what? Bro, put me on, bro. I'm like, they could put you on to what? First of all, you need to show you're capable of actually being a part of the table. Secondly, what's your value add, bro? Just want to get put on? I say L. Gary came here, man. You didn't know anybody.
No one.
But you networked your way to where you're at now. And it's funny because I'm like, this guy's a bit older. He don't have to do this, but he chose to do it because he wanted to be a part of the lifestyle. And he made it happen. So W for Gary for that, man. What's the next one?
Next one, 7/3/1995, another 7 life path. So again, 7s are here to gain knowledge. A 7, knowledge is like a drug. You want to know as much as possible. I'm born on the 7th. And the thing about 7s is they're not very articulate in the way they talk to people, especially the opposite sex. But that's not really going to be a problem with you because you're born in the 3rd. And 3 is the number of communication. See, you have to apply every single energy to the numerology. But I got bad news for your pimp. You're born 1995. 1995 is the year of the pig. Got to lay low this year. And I'm going to tell this to every pig, whether you're born 59, 71. Doesn't matter when you're born. If you're born in the pig year, got to lay low. Next year's the horses that got to lay low. And in 2020, with the year of the horse, 2020, the year of the rat, what happened? Kobe Bryant died, and he was born in the horse year. Enemy years.
Damn.
So again, my friend, lay low this year. Quite frankly, 2027 is your year. That's when you're going to rise. And your lucky number is 75 and 3. That's a really nice combination to have because 75, again, 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So in March 28, 2020. So since you had that kid come in your life, you've been richer. That's one of the hacks in numerology. If you have a kid born on the 28th, your family will get richer. Don't believe me? Look at Vladimir Putin. Elon Musk just did it. The richest man in the world just had a kid born on the 28th. Why? Because he knows that's what it is. So anyone who has a kid born on the 28th will do much better monetarily. Now, not everyone's going to be able to have a kid born on the 28th, Fresh. Yeah, not everyone's going to be able to do that.
I'm about to say, how do you?
Not everyone's going to do it. So here's another thing you can do. You can have sex with a woman born on the 28th. That kind of, gets your bag up too. But I don't want you guys out there to be whores. So, there's the things you can do that are less drastic, like cut your hair on the 28th. There's things you can do. There's things you can do to tap into that energy. It is what it is. I'm a 33. I got this. Yeah, I don't know. 33 is the number of influence. You guys don't even know in the numerologist. Why would you? They're all broke.
That's true, actually. I don't know any.
Yeah, they don't know any.
At all.
Let's see. We did that one. Did that one. Guys, sometimes when you get a whole bunch, they get like...
Jordan responded.
Mm-hmm.
He said, and my girl is September 27th, 03.
September 27th, 03.
This is the twin.
5 Lifepath goat.
Damn, goals, bro.
Listen, that's a hot-ass girl. A girl who's a 5 and a goat, born in 2003, 2003, adds up to 5. Bro. Listen, these 2003 women are apex predators, bro.
Damn.
And they will be spinning guys around their little fingers, bro. I mean, McKinley's one. Sure, he played Jack. It is what it is, man. These let's see, another one. Neon simping to a goat right now. Sam's a goat. Again, look how she worked her way from Jack Doherty to Neon.
Yeah.
That's how goats operate, bro. No, not by accident. No, man. I saw her on the yacht. I told her, man, you're a smart girl. And you're finding all those simps, man. I mean, listen, we shouldn't really be that hard on Sam. If you're willing to be around this idiot Neon for that long,
But McKinley did to Jack?
Think no. Listen, the moment Neon stops being relevant, she's back on OnlyFans. The moment that happens, and I know she's supposedly Christian now, and all of a sudden she has all those virtuous values and stuff like that. The fact of the matter is this bitch is a fraud. If she didn't have her money, she'd be right back on OnlyFans. So she is only religious because she has a big bag she got off getting money off simps.
Yeah.
So you ain't going to heaven, girl. You are definitely not going to heaven, Goaty.
Holy.
Let's see.
Did we do Jay?
I'm going through these. Let's see. We did that one. Man, YouTube
There's
really
a lot.
needs to get better at these super chats, bro.
I think we need to do Jay, right?
What's his birthday?
219.
I did that one.
Oh, you did that one? Okay, cool.
I did that
Money
one.
Advice?
Did that one. Money Advice. I told him the network. Remember?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, go.
It's quite a few.
Yep. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. I'm trying to get better at this.
It's all good.
The YouTube stuff.
But either way, man. Just one more thing I want to bring up. So we saw the interview, clips of it online, and this was actually. I did that one. Yeah, this is actually something that the whole internet was shocked by. It was a client interview, but Dom, real quick, because this is very important. How should someone take this interview? Because
as a joke.
hold on. He kept it real with what he was saying. He said some real shit.
Yeah.
And some shit that was kind of maybe just feelings. But how do you take this as a normal person day to day? Because I'm confused. I get what he's saying, but to an audience, how does this translate to anything that's going to be, what's the word? Fruitful is my question.
It's not.
It's like he operating on a frequency that's so high, bro, that it's only people that's in certain lifestyles that can be like, oh, that nigga cooking.
Yes.
The people on it's too high.
I'm about to
the
say.
general public can't keep up on the shit. And I hate to be that because it makes it sound arrogant, like, oh, we too smart to understand it. But he's referencing shit that there's no way me 4-5 years ago would even comprehend, bro. Like, like I said, it's almost like he's speaking to a different group of people.
So I was at somebody's house, famous rapper, I won't say his name, and we watched some of the interview. And what happened was he spoke about, yo, this is real shit because I'm in the industry. I know what's happening. I know some owners. I know how things operate. And he's like, yo, the shit he's saying, it's hitting hard to niggas that are in the game.
See,
But average person, bro, they don't know what the fuck.
It's a whole different way.
It's like, it's funny, but how do you even compute and use this information to move forward? You really can't. So it's at a high level where, like, nigga, if you're not in the industry, you wouldn't even know.
It's over. Yeah. It's almost like he's speaking a different language, bro.
Yeah.
So how I take it.
This guy isn't a rocket scientist now, okay? Listen, there's nothing Kanye talks about that I didn't know 20 years ago. All right, he's just making it aware of the people for whatever reason. He could be controlled opposition for all I know. Anyone who's allowed to talk at that level and isn't really dealt with, you have to maybe start questioning, what's going on here. But at the end of the day, listen, someone's always going to be in charge of the world. If it's not them, it's going to be someone else. And at the end of the day, I know people are going to call me a Mossad agent. I get it. But sometimes it's better to deal with the devil. Quite frankly, if you're in the United States of America, you still have the opportunity to make a better life for yourself and your family. And that's not something you can say in any other place in the world. So I'm still happy. No matter who's running this country, I'm still happy to be an American. I'm proud to be an American. At the end of the day, people coming to us, the people from Greece, the people from Zimbabwe, the people from Russia, the people from China, they're coming here. We're not going there. They're coming here because this is the greatest country ever.
Yeah,
that's true. We got another one here from Stop Simping on 304s, October 14th, 1990.
October 14th, 1990.
And Bills, aren't you a 90s?
So we have a 7 life path, and we have a person born in the 14th. 1 in 4 is 5. So this is a person who has a lot of issues in relationships, but no issues actually getting women. So I'm sure he's had quite a few one-night stands. He's probably laughing his ass off right now. As someone who's born in the horse year, you're very difficult for someone to get to know because you're moody as fucking hell. All horses tend to be very moody, man. Kobe Bryant was born in the year of the horse. He had teammates who had locker rooms right next to him. He didn't talk to him for a freaking year. Horses are different. They're built different. You have goats who care about money. Then you have horses that literally don't care about money. Every sign is different. That's why I keep telling you guys, psychology doesn't work unless you apply this. Once you understand the numerology and astrology, you start understanding why people are the way they are. Logan Paul is a fucking asshole. Of course he is. He's born in the year of the pig. How many times did I tell you people who are born in pig years don't care if they're with ran through horse? Let's go through the list. How you doing, Rachel? Andrew Wilson. He is someone who's taking care of another man's kids. He's born in the year of the pig. Elon Musk is taking care of every other woman's kid on the freaking planet. Like 12 of them. Yeah. He doesn't care. He's born in the year of the pig. And this gentleman right here, Logan Paul, is born in the year of the pig too. You see how it works? They don't care if they're ran through. Some people don't. Most of us do. It's just about their birthday. It matters.
Going off yours, Gary, a male that's a non-pig pretty much cooked. If he's a non-life path and a pig.
I mean, listen, if nines can be around the right people and they can be great people. But most nines, they have issues with drugs. I'll never forget the day, I went to a drug rehab clinic, not for myself, obviously, but and I started asking people birthdays. And 50% of the people there were born on the 9th, 18th, 27th. This is not something that should have been possible. Not 50%. Every number comes up 11% of the time. 1 to 9 is 11%. This number is coming up 50% of the time. That's over 400% more than it should have been. At that point, there's something wrong. I started looking into it. I got it. I talked to OnlyFans girls extensively in 2023 when I was running around with Zerka. Shocking. And when it came down to it, I asked them, show me who your biggest fans are. And almost every single time it was a 9 fucking paying the thousands of dollars simping to these women. Yeah. The English language is very powerful. That's why simp starts with the first vowel I being the 9th letter. It is what it is. Once you start understanding how the system works, it gets a lot better. And this is why people join GG33, because I teach people how to do this. This man was always into numerology and astrology, but ever since you've been in GG33, it's a whole different level, bro. It's a whole different level. This man didn't even believe in this shit. It was like 2-3 years ago, he would have fucking made fun of people like me, bro. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure you did.
I did.
But now you understand the value, because it's not really your fault, because it was the woman talking about the numerology and astrology. Why would you ever listen to a woman? Yeah. It took a man to actually make it make sense. And that's how it always is.
Also, we went to Hard Rock a couple days ago. My guys, myself, Dom, and Gary, and we won some good money. Off of some numerology, so it works. By the way, I got the birthday for the agent escort.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. It's December 7th, 1995.
Pig. Then we say how pigs are promiscuous. That's why promiscuous starts with P. So does pig. Get how it works? It's always there. Well,
sense.
she wasn't stupid though. She was not stupid, Fresh. And she definitely had a nice body.
She tried though.
Of
she
course
failed.
she did.
And she
of
failed.
course she did.
But
man.
makes sense.
But she failed here in Florida, didn't she? She's not in Florida anymore, is she?
No.
Florida's a snake state, the enemy of the pig.
Oh man,
Remember we talked about those 95s, man?
There you go, man. Okay. No,
You
it
get
makes
it?
sense.
Now it makes sense?
Let's go.
That's how we do it, brother.
All right. I think we're finished with the news for today. So we'll do closing thoughts and then head out of here. Any more chats, Bills, before we head out?
Yeah, we still got a few.
Cool. So one on Rumble, one on yours as well.
All right, go ahead and read them off, bro.
All right. We got Punisher 541, October 24th, 91. Am I screwed?
October 24th, 91.
91. Ooh.
Am I screwed? So I understand why he's screwed, because he's a 9. Listen, if a 9 is around the right people, it'll be fine. If a 9 is around bankers, it'll be in finance. If a 9 is around doctors, it'll be in medical school. If a 9 is around drug addicts, that's what it's going to be. So for a 9, it's extremely important for you to surround yourself with the right people. Quite frankly, you do well financially. Thought you didn't know that, huh? You do well financially, bro, because, those 91s have a habit of being around rich people. They just have a habit of it, bro.
I wonder why.
Well, it's not nothing to wonder. It goes to the 8th sign, and 8's the number of money. So they just happen to be around money all the time. You're not cooked, my friend. As a matter of fact, just make sure the women you're around actually want kids, because you'll do best as a father. And if you're not a father, you'll regret it, because that's the only thing that's going to bring you absolute happiness. Money doesn't.
Wow.
You already know that.
Okay, Arturo Cortez, $100. He says, "Hey Gary, born 04/07, 2001. Any advice?"
And you're a 5 life path, so basically you're a 5 life path snake. Stay away from these hoes.
He's currently living in Chicago, Illinois. Also selling products online. Will that work for me?
Well, Chicago is a rooster city. You're a snake. That's fine. I don't prefer being in democratic cities, but it is what it is. When it comes down to you, you had a very emotional childhood growing up. You probably have issues with one of your parents. It is what it is. But, anyone born on the 7th is here to make it with their mind. You're not here to alpha everybody. You're not here to sweep your way to the top. Even though you can do it as a 5, I wouldn't recommend it. As a 7, you're here to basically learn as much as possible and work smarter, not harder. You do that, you'll be fine. You're good at starting things. You need work on finishing them. Make sure you know how to close too. Or find someone around you who does.
Also, his brother is born 11/8/07.
11/8/07.
Should you do business with him or no?
No. No, unfortunately, your brother's your enemy sign.
Oh, man.
You still got to love him. You still got to do the family thing. But I do not recommend opening a business together with your enemy sign, whether it's your brother or not.
Wow. Damn, there you go. Lori Ann, 9/10/1985, female from South Carolina.
That's a tough broad, man. Any woman who has ox energy is going to be in your face, is going to be possessed. These oxes are possessive. And, we talked about how tiger women can be violent. Oxes can be violent too, man. They're more of an alpha sign. She's born on the 10th, which is alpha energy.
Crazy.
So even though you look like a woman and you are a woman, you still think like a man. Any woman born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th is still going to think like a man. You think like a capitalist. You want that bag. It is what it is. Quite frankly, I would probably, looking at your birthday, you're probably going to travel the world as you get older. Enjoy 2025. It will be a good year for you.
All right. I believe that's the last one there. So closing out here with the last thoughts. Dom, what's coming up with you? Updates? Anything happening?
Just mainly just dropping 2 videos a day, working on documentaries, getting back to filming documentaries, but this time on pop culture instead of politics. But outside of that, just same content.
And Gary, what's coming next?
What's coming next? I'm gonna get a bigger bag and go home, fuck my wife.
As usual.
There's a whole bunch of stuff I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, kiss my kids. See, that's the difference between me and you haters out there. You have baby mamas. I have a wife. You are taking care of other men's kids. I got my own kids. So you guys can say whatever the fuck you want out there. You're not doing anything to change the world. No matter what you think, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists around the world now know numerology because I freaking willed it. I'm going to shove this shit down people's throats. And guess what? There's not a goddamn thing anyone's going to do to stop me. Other than that, I'm doing great, bro.
Congrats, man. I will say this, bro. You made it a mainstream thing. And honestly speaking, man, I didn't know about it until now. So shout out to you. Or I didn't believe it until now. Okay, cool. Lori, we already did her, bro. And then for me, man, we got a show tomorrow. We got a special guest, Holmath, on the podcast. And as usual, guys, this is great. Thanks for the support. We love you guys, man, for supporting, showing love to the podcast. Listen, we know it's not big numbers right now, but we'll get there eventually. And again,
the hell with the numbers? What the fuck you
Hold
talking
on,
about?
hold
We
on,
get 40
hold
million
on,
views
hold
per
on.
podcast on TikTok,
let me
and all those
finish.
views. Get the fuck out of here.
we got a lot of views elsewhere. Don't worry, it's there. But I'm talking about live viewers right now. Trust me, bro. We're making money.
Okay,
We understand.
Okay.
But they need to understand too why.
We could listen. I don't give a damn about live viewers. You know why? Because all the money is in the clips,
Yes.
fellas.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
all the money's in the clips.
Don't
I
tell
don't
them,
do
bro.
podcasts
Don't tell them,
for
bro.
podcasts. I do podcasts for clips. That's why I do them. I clip farm like the best of them.
Yeah, that's where the money is, guys. Just so you know,
farm
it's
it, hell yeah.
clips. That's why people pay clippers to clip their content.
Hell yes.
And they still taking L's. Anyhow, guys, thank you for watching, man. W stream, W show. Until next time. Peace.
This has been a GG33 production. Bye-bye.
Peace, guys.